beautiful Sunday. We don't come na Voice of Salon. This na social media review. And tonight I get none other person with me but my co-host, Mr. Kutubu Koroma. Today, the question we would bring before now, but before we talk that day, I say una share and thank you all for joining. We loyal listeners, thank you for coming. This is not the Voice of Sierra Leone. Go with the voice, we opinion. Everybody gets a right to an opinion, but we they do it respectfully to one another. And today's topic, we they ask the question, say, if Salone able for afford international events them in a weak economy, because when the president of Sierra Leone be take over, he give the message to all the people of Sierra Leone, say the economy weak. We know say then talk of transparency and accountability. This event where they host this week, where the president Fatima Bio say hands off our gas is very, very important. It's a good thing because it is an epidemic in Sierra Leone of child abuse, child molestation, early marriage, early pregnancy, teenage pregnancy, all them problems and them where we girl picking in a salon is very, very good. And also we know say corruption na cancer na Sierra Leone. Corruption for the longest time. It don't dey inside, it don't embedded in we society. Where all side, everything, every institution, corruption don't take over. And the president, because of anti-corruption, they then decide for bring a speaker, Professor Lumumba, for can talk on corruption. We know they say all them things that they're not important, but the question where we want to put so today, if Salone able for afford that in a weak economy, then they're not on my own place for tell una. Now una the viewer them because now una they come follow we discuss, follow we sound off, follow we talk of this because if they don't spend, some people then they speculate say they spend 70,000 per Professor Lumumba. Some people then they talk again say this weekend where President Fatima His Excellency in West Madam Fatima Bio can host this international first ladies them. They say that boku money they don't spend, and some people when they talk na the social media. This is why in a social media review. Some people when they talk of social media say they don't spend too much money. People and they suffer, doctor then they strike yonder, things that they happen, they know they handle them, they bring it. But this not on my own place. Now, una your own voice, we want hear ye. Waiting now una take on this. If una feel say it important, if una feel say it's a money well spent, it's up to una. Is the timing right? That is the question with the two. Where we don't know. But we in a Voice of Salone, we they bring to una, waiting una the people them, they talk about in social media. And we know say everything have value. Everything important, but waiting at the price. When you make the price, then you put the value on the thing, then you will know if that money there where the government spend, if it is really worth it for them and spend them. So I they bring my brother in because why are they talk so? And it's so people let go back to history in time. And in history, we've been get a similar situation when Sierra Leone be host that OAU. And in 1980, in May, I think if I could remember well, May 1980, President Shaka Stevens hosted the OAU. And OAU, people advise President Shaka Stevens say, OAU, not on now, because we country not able for afford them. And 30 day, people they talk of say, now then they bring Salone economy back down to the bottom way they so, apart from the corruption, but one of the things that way Salone they pay that city day. But me not go able to talk much on OAU. So I go bring we professor in, we honorary professor, my big brother, Mr. Koroma, Kutubu Koroma, let him rub much on that side there. And then we go open the floor to una the people them. We they play a little bit of the clip where they have this big, very big international fancy conference where kick off the hands of our girls. Because this government is known for doing the first of everything. In Sierra Leone, then now they're the first for bringing free education. Now that they're the first for host this woman for get her African leaders then with them together for can talk on this waiting and call. It good for be the first. It good for be the waiting and call and then bring President Professor Lumumba for let it can address corruption. So the thing right now is if this money all where they spend, so if find the topic then good, the things then very important. It's very important to the Sierra Leonean. But some people they grumble na corner. Some people they talk na corner. So now that make on on the social issue, we get for bring her up. We get for talk about it, for put her on the table, let the governments listen to we, let we find solution and let we talk about the issues. So I bring in Kutubu Koroma, Uncle Kutubu, Professor Kutubu, Mr. Koroma, come on there and can join me and talk about this thing. So the floor is yours, sir. Bring you in.
Thank you very much, Fadima, for the opening statement. The opening remarks, actually, I'm a very erudite. And you seem to lay out the argument. And subconsciously, what you don't begin a foreign policy discussion, I don't bring that. Okay. Foreign policy discussion, you easily juxtapose them with domestic politics. And then you inject history. Which, I mean, fine. For be honest with you, I think say viewers don't really they become a whole academic institution from which I receive because of the kind of expertise them way as they being displayed there. Now getting to the issue at hand. I mean, if you can give me 2-3 minutes, I can run you through. And yes, you are within the lens of history because like I said, we always like history. History now they guide me on discussion. Because they act as president, and already look for the president for support what he has said. The two issues them we SALONE host now, inviting the professor. Firstly, if I let me go to the professor, there address the professor Lumumba we come to the country for talk about corruption. For being very honest with you, yes, talking about corruption is good. But the thing is, the fundamental question we get, if we need an outsider who can lecture we about the dangers of corruption, that I even get a problem with. If we need an outsider, if Kutubu Nainga for answer the question, no. Then we'll go further for pose the question, what thing that we need? What thing we need for address corruption? We need to get a very strong and robust justice system, where they take into account, say, nobody not they above the law. Nobody, everybody they under the law, and people then get for be made for take responsibility for the actions. Believe me, you can read all the professors in this one here for can't talk about corruption, but the mindset now one, and we willingness for accept the fact say we now a society where governed by the rule of law, and if we violate the tenets of that. There are going to be consequences that will be applied to everybody. So in that vein, to me, it was not necessary for invite the professor. It was the corruption of this and a good thing that will not need somebody. I think say we say enough with for be able to forget mechanisms in that place where for tell people and say corruption is totally unacceptable. So whatever money that was spent on the professor are really not there in the position for talking about the ballpark what was spent. But to me, not to money that was well spent, not to money that well spent. Now let's go to this next thing where they come up again. Where they on the floor. The president in wife, again from which I see, assemble a meeting of wives of other heads of state waiting for tackle crime against women. Again, now a very good thing, Nandi. Crime against a beginning and woman. Now, very serious thing, Nandi. But then the question they get, we need people they get for camps, they don't discuss that. Now, this again, we want us if we need people there for really can't for sensitize the psychological attitude of them and SALONE. If for us, if they not say crime against woman and beginning. And something that we totally unacceptable because even the United Nations strongly condemn Nandi. strongly condemn Nani. So again, your answer to that, we not need people them all around for cancer for toxic crime against a woman that is totally unacceptable. But even more give this added urgency. The president by logic say that a weak economy, he had weak economy or no economy at all. So the fundamental question is, if you say you inherit, you inherit weak economy, I mean the question to you, common sense no go tell you say let be very prudent in how you spend the money. Why not go be a penny? Why you therefore do a lot of savings, especially when you don't save money. For example, people, segments of society may cry. Doctors are crying, teachers are crying, all the other people. And the government is continuing to say, well, actually, there's no money. But then if you talk, say, money not the continent, but then they see when the host then kind of a meeting, they'll say, hey, wait a minute. If money not there, how can you the host them it here? So the time is totally poor, and that not seem for actually help the president in case that. Now we get any precedent to this? Yes. In May 1980, SALONE be host an OAU. And under you they look was SALONE prepared for host an OAU? No, one, we not even get the machinery, the foreign policy machinery for host a very effective OAU. We don't get them, we don't get the personnel, and we don't get the diplomats that we go handle that kind of problem. But above all, the economy, let God continue for bless late Samuel Lansana Bangura. Whoever it is, let God make let engrave code for him. Samuel Lansana Bangura will have been governor of Bank of SALONE. As a matter of fact, now in the second African we become governor of SALONE after Mr. S.B. Cole. Now, not forget, say, the last week we did in a Gordon Hall from England, so we got it all go. Now they bring power Nicole Cole. Nicole Cole managed the bank properly until they hand them over to Samuel Lansana Bangura. And I must commend Samuel Lansana Bangura. He did a very good job at the bank. I don't know that the sort of senior staff members the way he gets there, people like Emma Tijanko, people like Christian Smith, them, people like Sadia Wright, them, all that kind of people, they get very strong. So they were very prudent. So what he do, he put SALONE before by advising the government. Shaka Stevens said, this not going to be prudent for now. This expenditure has to we have with budget not go able to sustain them. Of course, Mr. Stevens was very desperate. He wanted for host the OAU, only for them to become chairman, because that was the only thing I want to become chairman of the thing, because there's nothing we'll get out of that. So against wise advice, he hosts the OAU, and in fact, legend have it that the confrontation will be between EM, the governor, the bad blood will be wrong between the governor because of that. Now, ultimately, he is responsible for his death, one way or the other. Although we don't get any empirical evidence, we go directly link them, put them there, but there's all this speculation and names and become in. But so having another, so the economy of the country, in fact, two things like SALONE economy go down, we take they suffer. The famous Hastings robbery in 1969, that Hastings robbery will take place where that with the diamonds that will be the camp, when I be SLS to get them, where they hijack that plane and look at airport. That's one. And the hosting of that white elephant OAU, all that helped drain the economy because of that. So to me, President Biono actually helped in case. But then if President Biono they continue to argue, or the government argue, say, well, look, if you say we qualify enough for hosting it here, we get the financial resources, then they might as well do the nation a favor. All the people are without the ask say they want increases in their pay because of condition of service, they might as well then even address the now. And also make sure say they financially they meet their demands. Because if me they say I not get, but then are involved in ostentatious and opulent in the way of doing things. So, wait a minute, who said the money they come out? So maybe they say if the president your argument, if the kit is empty, now weak economy, then the president in actions there, therefore dovetail that kind of a reality. Not spend, but if you don't spend all that kind of money they did, then obviously enough the doctors demo, the teachers demo, the lawyers demo, the Labour Congress, the council, and Mr. President, actually, we don't see any justification. You actions now, the actions of the government now, not tell for support what you know happen. So in me, you consider judgment and kind of the timing was very poor. And the decision when they make, I mean, it totally, it not actually jive with reality at all. Based on what the president SSF said when he talked about the economy. So I'll throw back to you there.
Thank you so much. Well, we don't hear we own big one. We Professor Nayaso, he don't give his own opinion, he don't give his own thing way believe, but this question, yes. So, and I want to say this again. The government they talk about efficiency. And I believe say we forget some side where they don't spend their money for put a silent to all the propaganda. There should be, then forget website or then forget somebody when the spokesman wait for come out, just like how the rumor saying 70,000 and pay Professor Lumumba. So then for come out, somebody in the government get for come out say, okay, now this money we spend, transparency and accountability. Now this money here we put so, now so we put and so we put for please the people, because the people are suffering. The people every day, that poor Mamina village, we're not able voice out. This is why we they do what we do every day. For talk on the issues where they concern Sierra Leone. So we they can't play this video. Let we show the people them. They want to went up don't see them. This is courtesy of AYV television, where the first lady where they take from the part where the first lady they address the first ladies of the neighboring West African countries and the region of West Africa, and then also then we go continue the conversation. But let's bring first the video. Let the video explain what we they talk of.
Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, we're ready for fest for we the Galactic Salone. Africa Limited Sierra Leone, Mr. Babadi, this message they come out from Sierra Leone Academy of Arts and Science. Relish on the mix.
Thank you very much. This shows that we mean business when we say hands off our girls. And this is a fight everyone must come on board. We have with us First Ladies from across Africa supporting Sierra Leone in this campaign. And on that note, to do the official welcome to everyone here, I'd like to invite humbly the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Fatima Madabio.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, my husband, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Your Excellencies, my dear sisters and First Ladies of Africa from Liberia, Ghana, Chad, Niger, and the Gambia, the Chief Minister, the Secretary to OFLA, all mayors here present, representatives of ECOWAS, paramount chiefs and the wives of paramount chiefs, ministers here present, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, members of the Fourth Estate, my honorable sponsors, members of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Leoneans and friends of Sierra Leone, good afternoon and welcome to our beloved country, Sierra Leone, the Lion Mountain. We're here today to have a dialogue between our government and the people of Sierra Leone. We want to bring to the attention of this nation that the effect of early marriage, teenage pregnancies, rape, child prostitution, gender-based violence against women have to be looked into by everyone in this country. Because of the above issues, we have a considerable number of people affected by HIV/AIDS, fistula, infertility, and the highest rate of infant and child mortality in the world. The government of Sierra Leone, led by His Excellency the President Julius Maada Bio, are now very determined to formulate our own solution to the unique problem we faced. We have every reason and highly motivated to see that the work is done. Working together, we have shown that we have the capacity to mobilize and to face our problems head-on. We are taking charge as we make use of our first-hand experience to proffer appropriate programs that will be effective. The concept of Africa Solution is meant to evoke a sense of self-reliance, responsibility, pride, and ownership amongst all Africa. We should have primary responsibility for the solution of these issues affecting our women and children. We should take the lead in the responding to them. This is because we have a compelling interest in the development and growth of our great continent. We know about figures. Us First Ladies, we know statistics. But we are also mothers, and we also face the reality on the ground. This is why I am excited at this great occasion as my sisters and counterparts and other stakeholders come together to come up with result-based program for the issues we have to deal with. Solution profile in this seminar will form our 2019-2020 strategic plan. This strategy will be pursued.
Okay, me family them. This is a long video. We're not going to play all thing, but the conversation will continue. Now, yeah, so now the voice of Sierra Leone, like I say again, this is not the voice of Sierra Leone, and it talk on issues within the social media for waiting with Salone people, and they talk about the concerns within they raise. And like I say again, every Sierra Leonean in voice matter. It might not be the same way where I see things or where you see things, but inside this program, we they respect one another, we they learn for respect one another and listen to one another respectfully. If even we disagree with respect. So another you agree with the First Lady say, and the question what they throw it on today again, as I say, if Sierra Leone get that money there for us international, because then tell we say they make weak economy. When the president begin, he said the economy weak, and he say we get for beer for let we wait, it go get better. So we the wait for let it gets better, but some people then they sound off, then they say why they for go spend all this money, and the question whether they ask na social media. So we bring and canto una today, una join we, and I will make Kutubu just respond a little bit on the speech way then we go open the phone lines for Leona join into the conversation. Let we talk on this issue. But the issue, we're not just they criticize with a fair solution. What can they do? What would they have done? How could they have done? How, if, what? The why would they ask? Would they put out with solution? So that bring Kutubu in, make him make his own whatever he gets for say on this speech where the First Lady don't give, and then we'll go open the phone line for let the conversation continue. Okay, Kutubu, please. Mr. Koma.
Yeah. In fact, for even start with Farima, at highly day against the internationalizing both events, making an international issue. Here's how this one particularly where the First Lady they address. Maybe let's say an economic way for them and a very prudent way for them. It can call a meeting. It can get the woman in a salon across the board, you get organizations that we get women, like the teachers union, the university in a salon. It can get a seminar. I'd like to give you an example of that. Inside at the first lady said we don't host things in our more talk of Mrs. Reagan. Mrs. Reagan talk about say no to drugs or whatever it is. It not make an international, even though America can afford that, but it not make an international. Late Mrs. Barbara Bush, illiteracy, it affect the all picking for the read and write it. It not make an international thing. Where of course before that because America before support and we go to even Mrs. Obama. What Mrs. Obama, if fight obesity, what do you do? They bring a picking inside, they begin to make them garden. Yes. Then it may help, how for it, properly. So me believe say the internationalization of this for that grandstanding on the part of the first lady and a waste of money, and this money we don't properly spend, and it's totally unwise. For be honest with you, you don't need for make an international. We yes, the other people then they also address to you. Let us self address to you. Mrs. Bioke address that with we all citizens in the the various segments there. They call again for strengthening the laws that against them in the early marriage, on the age sex, and all that say they get stronger. Again, no matter how we do this, when they go back to laws, because if we laws are not strong enough for act as a deterrent, for penalize people there, unless we call a whole United Nations there for good stand it will become totally meaningless. So these are one conferences where I really not support where it make up an international because we talk about the financial bonding, especially when the president come talks the economy in the country, able to sustain some of their expenditure there. And then this happen the first of people then they complain about hardship, they get this, and then the government is not doing that. So if you are not going to be able to address that but then you want to address the way you get to another country, to me this is in contrary to common sense too. And a proper way of doing things. That's what we look at here.
Yeah, like I say, we get the first caller on the line. Good evening, caller. What's your name, please, and where you call from?
Hello.
And can you turn down your back thing where they use back there, please, your equipment?
Yeah, I don't turn them down.
Thank you very much. So welcome. What's your name, please, and where they call from?
Yeah, this is Almami Mansare, they call from Pennsylvania.
Yes, Mr. Mansare, good evening. What's your much for this talk today? You feel say Salone gets that money for host international events where in a weak economy?
Yeah, first of all, make I just repeat this because I don't see them with my colleagues that will be in this debate.
Okay.
First of all, the launching of that program, Lord, we even put aside the international aspect of it. It is a complete waste of time, waste of resources. It not go nowhere, no result will come out of it. For the simple reason that Sierra Leone will not learn lesson, will not try for study something. Make I repeat this again, from after independence, we get this problem. NGOs, they don't launch programs. Governments don't launch programs. They're not able to solve them. The question is why? Why can't we sit down, study this issue rather than launching an issue? Study the issue. Why this they happen? Who are the stakeholders them in these issues? Who are the need for involved? How we need for target this thing? We don't even need a big celebration like that one day, waste money. Now we study the issue. People that have related knowledge, that are experts in the field, put them on work, engage with communities, study the issue. NGOs, they don't fail in this for many years. Governments don't fail. Religious institutions, they don't fail for the simple reason that they did not study the problem. And if you don't study the problem, you're wasting your time. If they don't study this issue, it gets something to do with culture. If even you put all the big laws in the country, if you don't study this issue, come out with a solution, it's a very big problem. We're just wasting with time, and other governments or other international organizations then go can launch another program because it's not a the first one, it's not going to be the last one until we learn for study an issue, look inside the problem there, and look how for tackle them. That's going to make a lot of sense. It produce a solution rather than, oh, they launch and so they waste money. They don't launch her. I give you 2 months if you go here about that issue there again. And at that, you go die, you not go here, that again self na salon. So now that moment, just one contribute back. Now we learn for study issues rather than just tackling them. We don't feel a lot. Even like what they say with the first corruption as a law. Have we ever taken our time to study outside the problem there, why corruption they happen? If we study, let me just give an example. One problem again as a law is corruption. Now become a cash who they transact with. So if even you take 10 anti-corruption commissioner that you put them there, as long as the country is heavily cash transacted, corruption they happen. So we'll learn for study the issues and find solutions. Now that's my contribution, Amon.
So thank you so much, Mr. Mansari. But I'll ask you one question, just a question. You say the culture, it's a cultural thing. This abuse, the stuff that we do is a culture. If you not been president today, you get one day, how you go waiting at the thing where you go make for try for change the cultural mentality of the people. With one thing where you go do as if you get one whole day as president, what thing you go do for try for help? Because this cultural thing, you say it's a cultural thing, and for fight culture, for let people then go of their culture, you get for replace them with something else. Because anything where person know where you want to take them away, you get for put something else in place. So how would you, as a as a one day president of Sierra Leone, how can you just what you go do? I just throw out to you. I just want to know, because you touch on a point where I just kind of want ask that question there to you.
Okay. If I happen, the first thing, just like at me early point, I study the issue for no other than the stakeholders them in it.
Okay.
Bring the stakeholders them, why this thing they happen, and now we get a community solution in handling this thing rather than a central government solution. I seek a community solution where we bring the community on board, we study what's in the problem, we engage with the community, bring the community stakeholders them, we involve in this thing, we find a common solution rather than launching this program just like what you talk. I give you 2 months if you go hear about this thing again.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We have another caller. Let me take the other caller. Thank you so much, Mr. Mansari. Stay tuned, and if you have anything else, call back again and add your voice to the conversation. Good evening, caller. What's your name, please, and who's you call from?
This is Samuel Mansari call from Philadelphia. Philadelphia on the line already dominates today. How everybody?
Okay. Yes, Philadelphia. Yes. Okay. What's in your of much for this talk tonight, please?
You know what's in the try for talk? Like this particular launching, it's just a waste of money. It's just like make I just get an example. It's just like how we then launch the free quality education. They not study anything. You understand? Where they make an organization where you want some help. Make I just get an example. Where you want some help for make international body they help you. You get for make your own organization for say now them picking the ass at the help. You understand? Now then you get for cancel for make people then donate to you. Where you go launch any help where you want for make people then help you, any organization, you understand? But like this Fatima, you want to make a good thing. That is really nice. But I want in advice them, then they make it a rush to some things them where so it fail. Like this particular thing, if I don't get like a where so some picking where they affect from this thing, where so he go can say now then picking the asso, now they affect from this particular now the organization this what they do now they picking this way so they try for help. You understand? First, I can the picture say, now then this, and they try for help, when I can't help me. But like this, it's just like a waste of money. The only thing waiting at the tribe with the all waiting Mr. Mansari talk about, you get for study something first, and they always this before you launch anything from make you know give you opposition open room for oppose you. You understand? And after that in a SLPP and then weakness, then they get then they make the opposition, they get room for enter them too much because all the things them then they rush for do things them where they not even think before they do the stuff them. It's just like for say we get too much bookman, there is no common sense. And I think that the SLPP them, not to disrespect, but this is a fact. Now dynamic, but who issue them when they go with, then they fail. Because they know they try for land force the process, then just one jump with them book land and jump or do anything, so they come with a failure. The thing is that SALONE, now we law we get for strengthening. Like this sexual thing, if we strengthen the law, say no one is above the law. It work. Now then they force to get for try institution for we get for try for build up, you understand? So it's just like a waste of money. One thing when the doctor they strike, people talk for saying wrong timing, but then people they also then they deal with life. Yeah. The president don't go to the hospital, you don't see how the hospital they lack of everything lack. You gonna corner from you gonna cottage from that same way cashew macre paints late cashew macre. When so he paints cottage. Nobody not paints cottages. Yeah. You don't go there, you don't see how they make. Why make una the same money no day, but I want thing una they go spend unnecessary money, we not even make any sense. Una call them people they are so, una can't pay for the hotel fee, una give them this, una make everything. One thing back again, you just like to that hotel day, you wake out, then they get discounts like 10%. When they get where they gonna then your pockets and done everything, then they go launch for guests like a commission. Then they save money no day, but then they go spend all that kind of money they also. When the people then say the daily food make so people then get bread and butter for it. Because in if they can pay for, I go carry with bread and butter for una. But this, they go that with it. In your advisor, then they advise them the wrong way. When the things don't go through. Look, in Jala then they strike. In Jala, when a SLPP supporters them, then they strike now. Everybody they go on strike. Because if so you they say money no day, when they go spend money for something when not necessary, also the people then go believe una. For say money no day. You see, now the main now wrong timing, a good thing, and a good initiation. Make an island a really good, but the timing damn too wrong. It's just like our Kutubu say for the before don't make a small organization and say make them first. But they go launch something where you not get anything for sale you market with. Thank you very much. Make I just give other people a chance, but now waste of money.
Okay.
Now we know we get for strength in our salon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you hear your voice, and this is not the voice of Sierra Leone. But I think say the president in West been get an organization. Maybe they talk of if they don't begin that thing on this girl abuse and this girl child business, and they call on all hands on deck. But the question that the people will get for Tokam, now the voice of Sierra Leone, now una the sound of what una feel, if not good or if not bad, if he fine, if the timing right now, una your own opinion. Then we get the next caller on the line. Good evening, caller. What's your name, please? And who say the call from, please?
Hello?
Yes, good evening, caller. What's your name, please? Who say the call from?
Concern Leone from Australia.
Yes, number one concern. Good morning, sir. How are you, my brother? And what's your take on this issue tonight, this topic?
Our first and foremost, my very good topic within the social media. We see authors they say now 25. One I don't know other WhatsApp where people are saying at 25, first ladies them come, then they say at 20, then they say at 10, then they say 15. The problem here is people for understand this. Even where America did in the deepest recession, not to everything grounded in America. And not means the way a country today in recession, the struggle, economy, the struggle, things will be grounded. The country not will make any movement for go ahead and things the way they want to do. Mm-hmm. And one preposition again, where that last caller said, Injala supporters are SLPP supporters, generalization. Now that's always to get to be careful of, for generalize a group of people and belong in one sector in the society. Now that are the danger we face when we argument.
Okay.
And not mean say people in strike in Anjala, mean say Anjala people in Anjala, na SLPP supporters. You got a lot of lecturers the way they are across from different tribes, from different political parties where they lecture at the universities and students them in the country. You get people from the north, a lot of them they go in Anjala, they go study agriculture, other fields them boku. So for generalize that is very dangerous. That's one argument. Now we come to this issue of Fatima Bio. Mind you, if you roll through that clip, you listen the whole sessions, there are a lot of donations will come up from people then, from Mercury, from Orange, from other international organizations. Then if you go through the whole program, for every segment, so that they do that presentation, they give honor to the people and will facilitate the program, will help to facilitate the program. How much government spend, I don't know. But if you go through the whole program, for every time whether the presenter they come, they give kudos to the people and will sponsor the program.
Okay.
Now, if we ask them how much government spend, nobody knows to say anything at this billion or this million or this government spend. Nobody, I can challenge anybody on the way they talk. Nobody knows to say anything at this. If even Professor Lulumba, who they say 150 million, now $70,000, you can see everybody they write. Mr. Ted now go write now 600 first ladies they come for that program. I send like the social media. So now that's not the problem we face. The problem here is this thing gets a lot of benefit. The first lady being on me on view. It is taken and said this not only a Sierra Leonean problem, this now an African problem where they affect women them across Africa. It's more common in Africa. When you look at all the statistics in the world, in the favor of Africa, the abuse of women, the statistics in Africa is higher than any other part of the world.
Right.
So that's now one way I believe say that brings. The girls them when they come also they take a message also to an African sister the countries then. When they say we don't speak and be motivated for speak again for women there. So this is not only a benefit to Sierra Leone, but across Africa. And mind you, it's better for spend money for deter or for send message or make people and get awareness of the dangers them where women they get in every step of their life, in offices, in universities, in learning institutions of how they are harassed for sex. And before they get in position, so they get for sleep with them, you know how many burden and pain their people they go through. So we have to skip back a while. How many of your sisters, if we ask your sisters them, how many men did they harass in our university? How many men did they harass in our working place for sex, for getting a position of promotion? How many people did they rape in Africa? We're not only the raping. What are the chances they say no will get sexually transmitted diseases? So you get for sit and wait till the economy boom before ever. It happens when the economy is boom, nobody not take the initiative for starter. Let me come to this areas of study. How many from what we do high school in Sierra Leone? Which part in there in Sierra Leone we don't know the problem of agriculture when studies they don't put in place. Now all the Ministry of Agriculture say the problem would affect agriculture. One, farmers they lack money. Second, good road network, pests and diseases, climate condition, lack of subsidies, extension workers, land tenure system, lack of farmers group or association. Would I tell me say no, don't do their studies and do their findings and they how to promote agriculture in that country.
Okay.
Their findings they but we don't feel myself. The findings they don't get all researchers are the one don't bring their findings and they Sierra Leone researchers in the land and the institutions that all across Sierra Leone don't count their findings and they are the Institute of Agriculture. Problems affecting agriculture in Sierra Leone. But we don't able to feel ourselves. From what they do their findings, they do them. No. The findings they already did the problems don't affect what they cause If you Google and you know me say party go expert and for what you know. You Google and say the problem they did it. You expert and they you go on YouTube, you get things the way they know. The problem people are not saying a problem, na cultural problem, na lack of poverty, illiteracy, some get psychological problem. People are always na psychopaths, some they get mental problem, so they don't have the influence of drugs and alcohol. So their issues they don't know nothing, and their issues they need to cause people for rape. Those are studies that are already there. You go on website, you read it to understand them. The cultural aspect here is everybody knows say we culture when they abuse women for let it come up and for can speak out. It's very difficult because of how they are marginalized, how they will look at them in society, how the chances of them getting married will be difficult. Looking at a man say, oh, now we go marry that mother, don't pull, everybody. Yeah? So that alone, everybody know their problem there. But for bring an awareness is for actually still the woman for speak up and speak out, for make people understand the issue because they are silent. And once they reduce that silence, now when you empower them, you bring people and you bring attention to the problem. That they empower the women, you will make a lot of people come up and speak out loudly because they get a platform now for speak. Now that the whole thing, that the whole message with that program they carry.
Okay. Okay. And
we economy don't yeah. The economy don't move all along. Who that kind of initiative day? How many women they don't rape now to the Leone?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair with he said at the beginning of the way they're making speech, thank you to my sponsors. We don't know who that are the sponsor, but for silence the opposition, for silence the concerned Sierra Leoneans, the way they say the money boku. Now I make a talk in the beginning.
Listen. How much are the money? If you ask those people, how much are the money the government?
No, wait. What are they trying for say? That's why we need somebody from the government. It is good to be transparent. Put them out there for shut the mouth of the people, the naysayers, for shut them out. They forget a site where they go on a website or they come out, then give them paperwork, say now this, for say people and say that they spend beaucoup money or this or that, because for be fair with the people that we not understand, for be fair with that mommy where they struggle every day, forget what they eat, where they say things stronger, they don't understand that. So it is the place of the government, like how the president will say, he gets sponsor them. They don't hear identity, they go on social media. Therefore, not say or they make a website.
Let us throw light to something quick. A lot of people do not even watch that program there from start to finish. Let me just tell this. The first lady makes sure that all the children of the country, they were present and their wives were not left behind. Appeal to them. You listen to the program. You make sure you make an appeal to the chiefdom because they are the stakeholders. They are the drivers of the community and the villages and society, the way people they live. Now he make an appeal to them. And again for go village to village, and discuss the issue with them. A lot of people know they follow the program in full and in detail. That are the problem.
Okay.
Me, I listen program from start to finish, AIB and 98.1 from any program start to finish. If I miss, I go back on YouTube for make a note. I get the whole story.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, concern. Thank you very
much. I watch the government, as you say. Now that I talk, the SLPP government made a call this initiative because in ordinary Sierra Leone, make we get the press secretary to the president, make it at least every Monday and address the press and take questions from the press.
Yes. That is the thing that we call for now voice, because that's the solution for sets the mouth of the people the way they say that they spend beaucoup money, because to the poor man, to the illiterate in the street, to that man, he just see this big thing, he goes, hey, I don't get it for it today, because I don't see a video when I be there free town in August. And I see a video when the Peking they talk say, oh, they say free education for Kango school. If I not help me, mama for go sell in the market, the president will give me it for it. No. So the culture of the people
let's argue this very quickly in a very
make that quick because we get another
when Fatima Bio, one quick one. When Fatima Bio be going involved into the organizing the inauguration, what people they say? They say not to enroll that. So there is nothing this government will do. I will tell you this. There is nothing this government will do where you not go face an opposition. When Fatima Bio came out to the call of a first lady, a role for playing our society, for engaging the society against people in Basha. So there is nothing that woman will do where to win the house from Sierra Leone. So that's I'm very clear.
Okay, let's take the next caller. Then after that, we bring Mr. Kutubu in for a Rob Motspa, all the conversation where they go on, because he's my co-host. We know I left him out. So let we take this one call, then we go to Kutubu in comments. And good evening, caller.
Okay.
Thank you for waiting. Okay, thank you, Vincent. Caller, can you turn your thing? You will get in a feedback. Thank you so much for waiting on the line. Waiting at your name, please, and who's you call from?
Okay, my name John, and I call from Philadelphia.
Hello, John from Philadelphia. Oh, Philadelphia in the house again. Yeah, go ahead. Waiting at
absolutely.
Yes.
I just want to buttress some things where the other Philadelphia brother been called. We say in name, I think Mr. Masare. We talk about studying the problems they make rape rampant in a salon. For me, I just want to tell my brother, say we already don't study these problems. We don't identify the problems, the causes of rape. We know some of the perpetrators than they. We know sometimes without the perpetrators them, and the problem they make this epidemic the persist in Salona because we not get the political will and not they. In fact, this display with the first lady and husband do a few days ago, nothing short of cheap political gains they try to make, and they try for expand the name and the image internationally for say they are serious about the girl child. But let's be honest, and let's just ask ourselves some few questions. The post-election rapes will happen at Salone and Kailand, especially by the president and supporters them, also Namoyamba Junction. So if these people are really serious about rape, how come that they sideline these two victims which the whole country know about, and then they go launch a whole campaign when they invite foreign first ladies from across the continent, when they can address people among issues where Salone people are very, very well aware of. We know deeply waiting at rape. We know. Let me tell you, we know these things. So for me, a big waste of money, waste of time, and it's so disgusting that at this stage where people in the south and that country, doctors are need to go work. This government get mine for go spend money for inviting people to come. For can't talk nonsense. For me, it's disappointing. And the solution for me again, I feel say the solution it lies now we hand. It lies mainly in the traditional chiefs them hand. Because let me tell you, all this small song here so we know each other. The chief know all man. If the chief know all man, it gets subordinates and we know all man. And any information they go then they wouldn't hear so. If we get lost in a salon, we say, we chief the grab say anybody who waves somebody na and we forced to deal with you before they can go to police. And I can go to police and make sure say you then prosecute you. If they're not prosecute you, that chief day should that concern say if they're not prosecute anybody who wave picking, they are not go blow. If you chief and begin shouldn't concern day, I guarantee you, from the chief level to the section chief, all the way to the top within the community's level and Salone. If everybody take action, this is stop. We don't need to invite first ladies from all over Africa. We can't talk about something where we know about. We know these things. Rape when they happen at Salone, just like on this program and any other program. Rape when they happen at Salone, people they cover them. When they cover them, Mama no say and boy have just rape and girl became. It is shame for talking. I don't want to talk. It is cover. You know? But if this thing happen, the chief no didn't fear so. The chief snap your foot, boom. He said, you, if you not tell me what happened, if you not bring this person, not tell you the truth, nobody left, all the go pay for this crime what happened. I switch away this stuff. That message they happen, and kind of corondo all man, don't lock her up. I tell you, rape go, it go slow down at SALONE. We don't need foreign people for can lecture we on rape. We know what's in the rape at SALONE. Before my small, a lot of things, a lot of the problems. So what we talk about so at SALONE, what the proper solutions for most small, like the same solution, and the same problems, and the same solution. Now the proper. But we know they fall around. We know the problems. We don't identify the problems. We just only follow the solutions. We prefer. We do things completely different. You see? So I don't know. I don't know direction we will continue to go. It looks like this Bible all this. So look at it. Yeah, we'll go there first. Because I hope no day.
Thank you so much.
Hope not this SALONE. I'm not gonna like you.
Well, I'll be hopeful, not give up on SALONE yet, because it will get better. Let we hope for say it will get better. And like I say all hands on deck. So in the only corner, you can make a difference. You can make a difference. So not give up hope yet. I know how discouraged people are, but not give up hope, because now no place like home. If then the red will come on tomorrow, every day the Lord and the change in then country here. There's no place like home. So we want the best. That's why you sound enough. That's why I'm sounding off. That's why the next caller is sounding off. But let we bring Mr. Kutubu. Thank you so much. Like you say, we know the problem, but it is an individual thing. It is a community thing. It takes a village. It takes we all together for work together. Everybody get for searching set. Because it's an individual thing before it becomes a community thing. So,
Miss Fariba, make I just add one more thing before I go. Like I say, what me see pan the solution pan this, we for empower the local community chiefs. You and me, like I mean, Nakono born from Northern Parent. The towns are also about Nakono. We get social chief, we get Madingo chief, we get Fula chief, we get Kuranko chief, we get even Yoruba chief. So all this we live in one town, Nakono, by the time we get all these tribes with all the leaders in, and when one problem happen from one person tribe, and they can't connect it to that in tribe people and then they talk, then they talk, then the proper solutions. Me papa now one of the people will be the talk. People go school one day, but I tell you, I see what you said that they listen, then they talk, then the proper solutions. They talk. And I know from that I know say, really, if people in sit down and talk about some things, solutions will come out, especially upon difficult times. And rape, that's what today need from us small. I swear to God, I didn't read this discussion. And the same solutions will be provided today, what will they talk about today? But the same solutions will they talk about all these years.
Well,
no
the
actions.
good part is,
no actions at all.
The good part is we don't begin talk about and when we begin talk about with the gear awareness, with the gear, it's not gonna take all the picking them for talk, or it's not gonna take all the mama them for talk, but one or two go more talk. If even one child is saved, it's better than no child and sit down for that sufferness. So thank you so much and stay tuned. If you get any more, you call in again. Bring
thank you so much. Thank you. So much. I'll stay tuned.
Okay, stay tuned. Thank you. Mr. Kutubu. What you all then call at them. You get anything for add to the what they call? You get anything for disagree or agree or add but make sense? What it make sense to you? What it not make sense?
Yep, and they go back to the original argument.
Okay.
We know at all need for internationalize some people or no. Stand firm on that. We don't need that. What do we need again? Self-policing. Now, Lord, if we start with government officials, the politicians, and then therefore they run with the energy picking them. Then even don't start here first. Then they left for the one after them picking them. They know they exploit them. Just because they're in office, they will see picking so. This it really don't do for lay you can picking. But just because you're in office, you're the exploiter. Just because of that. So now they start first. Let with the internal they call a police yourself. Then number two, me you didn't make when things like that will call either you rape somebody, you attend for marry somebody you don't underage. Now one side they go. Now the justice system, now they go. They know they go to the mayor, go to the county executive, or go to the governor. No, they're not the good. We got one side. So my argument here is that we get for strengthening with law. Again, every time I don't get opportunity for talk there, I they talk about the importance of the rule of law.
Yes.
Any society where no one put in faith in law, and all of it, we understand the lady in effort said the for, but now the wrong approach that is. What's in it for do? In it for actually prevail on the other law. This year I don't become a menace. This year I don't get out of hand. Una need for strengthening laws. The parliament also get for step in how they have strengthening law. With judicial itself, therefore step up. Now I they talk a classic example. There was a case involving the guy where they call Mahmoud Tarawali. He was deputy minister of education. Now the last APC administration. He was openly accused of rape. He was accused of that, obviously. I mean, as deputy minister of education, a lady go to him for help for by the council commander do help him for let it get ways for going to collect by the legendary camp. He exploits the office, he misuse and abuse the office. They care about it. So these are the mindsets they get for move. Yes, with you understand, there's no need because no ask now the first lady. Okay, where you don't internationalize here. What's this of them? So you want to say that the one law, the one side fits all I go use. Once somebody commit a rape now, I mean you have me Ghana law for apply it or Liberian law for apply it. No, now we on law. So therefore, the emphasis has to be on education as well as law enforcement. Okay, the teachers they second for how they call it. Anybody when it's so you can't report to me that the schools are involved in it.
Yes.
Anything where I call it, bring an then the authorities they inform the social people, then they inform the police, then they take up.
Yes.
So the whole component they are going forbidden. All this argument they don't come with. Me where they look at it, let we strengthen with law, with very harsh laws that we cover everybody. I think we'll begin make a headway out of this.
Yeah. That is what Asma James Webinkan on the other day, that's what emphasis was on, for try for bring awareness and try for make the lawmakers then put laws in place where will be effective. You know, because for the longest time, like the other caller say from Philadelphia, you know read this talk here that they rape now their little tongue them, now their little villages, but it is an individual thing. Even with America and then country, well, the law then they, but you get sick people them where still they violate the law. And like how you say, when they violate the law they hold them, they hold them with safulani, they hold them with sranga, they quiz them, good one. So it is not an easy topic. And the president, Mrs. Bio, like I say, he very, very good what they do. And the effort is good, but the kind of thing where people and they see how people and they see them and they come out, and another caller make a comment say when then they anything where then they do that they oppose. So everything, not get for be one size fit all for everybody. People must see bad in that day, where they see good in that day. That's why we call on the voice of SALONE, the view, your own view, me own view, and everything, together. So we can't take a commercial break. I don't know if we get another call on the line yet. No, we can't take a commercial break. After the commercial break, we will take a quick commercial break. Then we will come back and we will continue the conversation. And today the question where would they ask is, if SALONE gets that money there in a weak economy for host a big international program like the one where Mrs. Fatima Bio hosts this weekend. So don't take the commercial, and then we'll come back with the conversation. Stay tuned and share with your friends, please. Thank you.
Mr. Kagbo,
What are you looking at?
You are so gorgeous. Your skin, so lovely. Clean, sunny, and natural.
Do you stress out about your skin? Do you freak out when you break out? Well, help is on the way. Try Shaw's Creations organic body products. Are you ready to have clear, gorgeous, healthy skin and feel more confident about your looks? We'll try Shaw's Creations organic body products. My skin looks fresh, healthy, and natural thanks to Shaw's Creations organic body products.
You look great.
I look healthy.
Shaw's Creations organic body products.
Okay,
Yeah.
we don't come back again. When I don't see the commercial, when I support una local Sierra Leone sister. It is selling in products on skincare. This is Christmas. Una buy, una give una wife there, una give una man there, una give una pikin there, una give una neighbor there, una buy, una support with sister. We don't come back again and we get another caller on the line. And the topic today is say if we Sierra Leoneans, if we're able for affording a weak economy for host international affairs. So caller, good evening. Thank you for waiting. Waiting on your name, please, and who side you call from?
Good evening, Auntie Fadima. Good evening, Mr. Kutubu.
Good evening, good evening. GM, what's in your mouth for this conversation today?
Me and Rob Mott, I listen to everybody then take on this issue. It seems like say we all they talk about the solution. We just the same in different ways.
Right.
This is not a huge problem where it don't go on for century and century where it affects we culture, we economic status, we social behavior, everything have to do with the country, power, everything involved in this. Most of the family even ignorant over the issue as well because some people don't even know what's in a rape.
Yeah.
The parents they don't even know so then send a complacent for getting picking them rape because of their behavior. So the first thing I will say now is kudos to everybody we don't begin for shed light into the problem. Secondly, the reason we the team don't begin undermine this year because of political issues. Like I think that Mr. John talked about I think we upon Leone and the other areas them where they put the president in strong way people and put a blind eye to them. Because of political lenses, even some people know it's not bad thing they go on, but because they go politics inside, people don't begin the same way for boss all in and make dumb excuses for them. So the good thing now is now we don't bring them to a center where all man begin pay attention. All man begin pay attention to them.
Right.
The first lady on side, we go say a better way is started now than it's too late. Yes, people then go blame them say that name it happened the last time, but me believe say the reason why make the old man rush because of that age, because of the age of that Pekin, that 5 years old.
5 years
When
old,
you
yes.
say a 5-year-old Pekin, I don't care whether you be, you go for take a stand. And at this point, all man they afraid now for sit on being because they know say the backlash they come big time. If people then sit down, they don't say nothing. So if people don't want for involve now, they may want for involve, they all don't involve. Which the first day they wouldn't come, and on the cost they do pay about cost. We don't know what's not the cost. Because every single thing now people they call cost. But if you want for argue things like this, come up with a figure. Put a substantial evidence so people then go see them, then you go argue over them. For now we just make a blanket say it cost. Because most of them first lady we know that in country economy money, then country money they use and personal plane and they use for come. So now we watch that as well. But again, what we try for Sena is the quick Mr. Kutubu is the law get for taking on stand. Mr. Johnson talk about the chiefdom. So we get for exploit everything we get for do which we can't get any people learn from grassroots level all the way to the top. But we government. But the first is maybe the first lady do this for sending message. We got plenty of women them from other country them for come with. Me they see and say a message you want send to a man and the other man then our government say we the woman them they go cut other woman other country them for showing us say this will take on serious. They wanna do something because to me I feel an pressure that they put on parliament and the law enforcement say una need to do something now. Because this will don't take on to the next level. The only thing I would look at now is what thing they get for do. But the problem is most of what they can't talk so right now. Give me 1 or 2 months. This issue, it don't die. Until it's back where another rape talk, they will take them. Because the media and SALONE then die. They not get one one spanner cord. Then always ready for react. They know the follow up because situation like this, and the media for doing it up now. They chase them people here every single day for no waiting parliament for do, how they get for do them, and when they get for do them. But for them, now wait until happen. They begin to want being politicians. They not become independent. They all are involved into politics because the media again we need for blame them big time. My media and job is for all them people accountable, and they need for the office step. They ask them what I don't do, what thing they go on, when I do this, and how I do one, publish onto the country. They all man see 'em. So again, I believe say this is a collective effort. We say for the none of us to don't wait after 1 month or 2 months or 6 months. They wait back all that happen back. They will take them back. We got for continue for the push the issues here. If we do that, but could go change the country. So now me on take on that.
Thank you so much, GM. That's why now you're the GM of this Voice of Salone, because you make so much sense. Thank you again, and stay tuned. If you get any other thing, please call in. And Mr. Kutubu will bring you back in and make you Rob Mott by waiting. GM don't talk just now. If you get for add anything to that. Hello, Mr. Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, thanks.
Yeah.
Early on, the caller will be called, I don't know if Australia or wherever it is, will be called earlier on. He talked about the role of Mrs. Fatima Bio, where it be organized the inauguration. I want to make it very clear to the caller. The protocol, state protocol, not to the job of the first lady for organize an inauguration, not to your job. The proper agency we responsible for organizing a presidential inauguration at the foreign ministry. Now, anybody can say anybody. Now, the foreign ministry, right? Now, your job that day, because you therefore deal with outsiders, diplomatic arrangements, and you therefore make sure that the full panoply of diplomatic protocol come into play. So, really, not to the first lady. In a place like the United States, how they organize the swearing ceremony or inauguration. Now the parliament, now the organize that. Not to the job of the incoming first lady or outgoing for not to the job. But yeah, now the parliament, but in Africa, called the foreign ministry now for follow get that out of the way. Again, no matter how drum beat say how drum beat, yes, the awareness can be created. This accounts for why some of the troubles how we need a strong press, a robust press, because the press, the role of the press in any democratic society, it acts as a watchdog that day. You almost say the press suspect one minister, they go to one school picking, they expose her. That in itself. Now people got a call that they say with one 15 or 16-year-old kid, they wear uniform. They meet the minister, it's some kind of compromising a position. They say they can't go now about 10 or 180. Then the press raised alarm. But where the press refused for that state, the press don't have a color. These things then therefore continue. We also need a press there for help in this endeavor. So we need the press. The press therefore be very aggressive. They therefore make sure they are on top. Now I make some of it continue for tell the president it is one thing for explain, say yes, you therefore remove the life. It doesn't take a rocket, a science for do this. All what the president can do, the president can issue an executive order where it evacuates. Then the Minister of Information as well as the Attorney General, the Attorney General, they craft a legislation where they go to Parliament. Then they go to the meet. But only for say, well, okay, I will therefore can't do this. I therefore can't do this. No, it's not working. The press should have been working from day one, a free, robust environment. Because that's the only way to get for fight corruption. You get people that will go get there that when they really watch the people there. Mm-hmm. So be very honest, that's the only way. So with a very free, robust, and fearless press, and then a very good justice system, a good court system, a court system we're totally uncompromised. Believe me, we'll begin getting a handle on it here. So I mean, we will get all the agent system when are they road for time. Yes, if I when the lady they talk about that I will commend them.
Yes.
But we need to go beyond that. We now need to get the agent system, where that they for handle this. Again, the press get a big role now for play. For make sure that these to loan on them people they are exposed, and the cost become very, very rough to people that we engage in this kind of a moral failure. That the way that so many look at are stay within the perimeters of the facts that the law not for addresses. So back to you.
I know you always they say the law and the press and the law. Now then they run a country. Now then they make everything right in a country. But let's go to another thing too. Where we have a phone call. Let's get this other caller first, please. Good evening, caller. What's your name, please, and who side they call from?
Concern from Australia.
Hello, number one, concern from Australia. What you get for add again to this conversation, please?
Well, I agree with Mr. Kutubu. The judicial system now in the problem in that country. Mm-hmm. Even where God make the world, He make mankind, He give commandments the will follow. Now according to the Bible or the Quran, we not follow them commandments and they go meet the day of judgment. We they go to heaven, they go to hell. And are then same principles then they in them countries here where some of who they people they say no not believe God. Now them principles of the Quran and the Bible of God His own skills them. Then they institute now the system. And made them very firm with them laws and they. All that borrowed, all them laws where they say around the world, now them modern country, them Africa, all now from the Quran and the Bible they pull them laws and they. Now that just more or less the 10 commandments. Now they all then just expand and explain in different form. And draw other things inside. They are no different. But the Western world, what we find ourselves, then take their laws, they are very, very serious what they put in the constitution.
Yes.
And then they talk with their laws they are. Then in case you drink driving, the police they talk to you, they see you, they give you fine. They go tell you, I need $100, $200, bribe me, I left you. It happen. If it happens, it's very rare for you see. So now in the exam country where they drive, any country will not get a solid judicial system, a solid police system, that society go remain for be in chaos, go remain for be broken, remain for be backward and underdeveloped. And at them problem then deal with the face na Sierra Leone. We police, the judiciary system. In fact, the journalists themselves add to this because they need to follow case. At the same time, ask my James Wickham. I say, one of the journalists then are only breaking news on the give. Una know they follow incident the way they happen, forget the full story till the end. For example, I'm on the case in the airport. How many journalists they change that case for see that case end and count the report to the people then? Because at their own job that one day. We want that the civilian then not we own job that day for go and act. The first estate when are the justice when are the journalists then, now the responsibility for dig and continue for dig any investigation or anything will come up when a problem we don't kind of the media for make sure say them deal with them till the end. But how many cases they don't kind of Sierra Leone from after independence? Case they come after investigation, now see they assassinate or kill somebody, case they begin, they see journalists they follow up and give a conclusive analysis of how the case ends. Nothing. So the journalists they actually need to empower their houses them, recruit more people them, we go specialize in investigative journalism, lawyers them, economists them, bring them on board. When at their problem then they will face Sierra Leone. If they see like CNN, BBC or other network there, if they see they get key specialists them, where issues they come up. Like if they see CNN, this Donald Trump in case. If they see lawyers they now from CNN, when are their own team panel expert them, where they can contribute, where they ask tough questions them, where you the journalists not going to ask because not so you feel. You're not going to get an in-depth analysis of judiciary cases them if you know to lawyer, if you not get an in-depth of their stories then they. So that's the difference. That them problem then they with journalists they face. We not get journalists the way specialized in field where they ask serious questions them, where they delve into the issue. Here they see medical doctors when a journalist. You see that CNN journalist doctor where they ask serious questions because you know the subject matter. So when they go interview a doctor, you know waiting for ask him. But if me not to a medical person and not do science, I'll go and ask you about diseases then.
Yeah, that's true.
So the question I go ask you now just weak question I go ask you because I not get knowledge of what I go ask you. So I'm able to get an in-depth of what I want to forget. So that's not the problem. The first estate when the journalists them get for play a role, the judicial system, the police, and the parliament. That one day they own and then get for fix that country day. Which we all know we own contributions we do so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, Constance. Stay tuned. And like I say, Mr. Kutubu, I'm not saying that you passion that day on always you the talk of the press without then for report the news without bias and without fear, and also the judiciary. And I so agree with Dande, and especially with the law enforcement and the people the way they interpret the law. But then I listen to Constance way they say. He said for hire people, then how can they hire people the way they not get the money? When the government not able to provide, the government not able to make enough money for hire new people then, because the one day where they empower, they not they put the money in place. How can we get more people, more experts, more where they're not able for maintain, you know what I mean? And like this government we don't kind of we say that all man they put in money now one pot, all the money they go now one grain pot, one grain side. So everybody every day the money where you generate in your area you for put and day. And another caller from Philadelphia have been talk of SALONE, they deal with too much cash. Now make corruption boku because they can take the money before they reach Usai for day. If they get an automatic machine where does they go direct, where you not get for use, cash for give somebody, or you go give person cash, they not give you receipt, they just put the money in their pocket. So, that then one of the way where this government, I think, is a good thing where they try to fight corruption. But like I say, me not to economist, Dande, now for we see on your term, go talk on Dande one day. But what do you think on Dande before we go to another topic? We'll go for talk on the safety of Sierra Leone, because American embassy don't put out a notice for say Sierra Leoneans them, then therefore be careful whether they're gonna free tongue for say, for the safety of its citizens, because they're not going able for protect them, especially when they go offline and not for travel the net. Because I hear an audio will come out where a lady they talk, they pass and said, you are letting shave them out because in go na free tongue with him picking, in then I motorcar, the guy go for go jogging phone, the guy they begin fed, say the guy pull nef panam. But in brother pack the car and he go out there and in brother fetch the guy run away. That safety they very important, because time and again, like me now one of the person that we don't ask the president, say, Mr. President, the security of the pond, because when the election done, boku thing them they happen, and when it's in they happen, they talk on security. President Madabio come out and address the people and tell them, say, we're not going to tolerate such, we're not going to tolerate, and it don't come out to the point where America embassy don't put out a warning to in citizens there where they go on vacation, when they go free tongue. So, Mr. Kutubu, let me bring you in. Make you say, and then we'll go open the phone line. What you wanna think? But then they way American embassy don't put out safety issue in people, and therefore be careful, because they not feel say it's safe now free tongue right now. So I bring you back in, Kutubu, to that conversation there.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that a foreign embassy will become so alarmed about the lax security in the country that they put what I call a red alert or amber alert.
Yeah.
Waiting with police or with security services and now need for you. We need for return to basics. So again, I did tell God thank you. I did draw on the historical knowledge about the police supremacy. When the last week, when we did the commissioner killing, when we did it before William Lee, when the first black man to take over, I saw the police. The role of the police na any society would be, in fact, they are the first arm, they are the first arm where they protect the citizens. Now they first, before we even begin get into the court system. Now they first, we therefore rely on them. Now them they protect we. But when the police don't become part of the political process, that becomes very dangerous to the citizens if they become part of the political process. Because what will happen though, the sides they will begin take. Whose side they're supposed to act that inaction, they go see it. Whose side they're not supposed to act that they go act. or because they want play to the gallery, the political gallery, and this now get for we police them get for really because if we are talking of a new direction, a new society, a renaissance, we want a renaissance, we get for begin build with institutions. I've always maintained that institutions have to be built. The security apparatus, not only the police, the army also get for stay away from politics. When we be the cap up, the only tell they see army. Number we only know for see empire in SALONE. We see empire. We see them. The only tell they see army man. Empire. Yes, when they match.
Yeah.
Or sometimes if you pass by hospitals, you see that's what Yama which that books there where it govern. I mean it protect state house with everything. But you never see Sujaman in that town. You never. Those sites were very on state.
Yeah.
Not only at ceremonial occasions then I go see them. But these days it's so common. The Sujaman, I mean the police or the Sujaman, they are all part of. They don't become so much. Part of a web of society. They don't even abandon what they do. They all don't get caught up in the politics, and this is not good for the country. We have to go back. Police, the role of the army, there's one role under the constitution. That their own job now for defend the territorial integrity of we nation against expansionist tendencies. Then land grabbers. Now they don't play that for defend we, not to their own job that for being part of the point. And also the people them, the heads of them place, and they also get for understand. Yes, I was appointed by the politicians for me the chief of defense staff, for me the army commander, but there are certain things that they therefore do it in such a way that they able get the politicians out of it without appearing to pick up on anybody. I get a full rundown of what happened at Martini, the convention at Martini. That thing it was going to be a political exercise, democratic exercise. We all man they go there with gladdy, because they therefore good nominate, the old people there for do that. But what did you see? The place was like ringed with army and police there. They had cannons out there that we're ready for spray people them and all that. No, we don't need all those things. The police and the army should not be, but yes, they can maintain. If you have the police, they maintain security there when they are these things there, but they are not saying. In fact, they are away, far away. You're making sure they don't put the cordons there, the barriers, just in case of anything. But they are not an integral part of the political process. We therefore depoliticize the institution there. So that's where the American embassy. It's unfortunate, but this is the reality. We don't need. So on my submission to you here, madam, is that let the security services then return to waiting the constitution called for the police that under the defend we not for the violate we constitutional rights there or we constitutional liberties. You cannot be doing that. The police cannot be involved. I mean, there is a lady when we found not pull her now from the Memuna concept when one of the deputy IGs them. I mean, she was really very she was really a violator of human rights there because the things that will be the same Memuna constantly do, to people there. Or if Nabia he go not lost again, if not be careful, Nigeria go there. Because there are too many egregious violations on the part. This over aggressive there. The police therefore act as what they call the oasis of calm. You play that for calm the situation, not to for exacerbate the problem. You cannot be doing that. So the submission to you, let begin a building institution. Let the police they know that they rule under the constitution. Let the armed forces they also know which that they rule. Then perhaps let's say that security like me, I would talk about. I mean, we not really would think about that. Back to him.
There was I think last month sometime, the police then put out say, you get, I think maybe because of all that, I don't know why they did that, but they say a law will be done there in the books, like the disturbance of the peace, like I think 11 o'clock, all enjoyment for Donna Freetown. But then they say it depend on case by case basis. If any radical business day, you're not supposed for, after 11 p.m., everything for shuts down. And people, and they when a Freetown, maybe they talk on a show, when they talk, say, then get for go back and revisit that law there, because now been there old archaic law them they learned away with man be they run salon, so then get for go back for go change the law. Then they say people them now that 10 11 o'clock na net, now that 10 salon man they ready for go na club. And when you go na club, you need canteen in the morning, especially the one that we go come on holiday, we go holiday, then go a festive season, a celebration, people that get party club, then the day, all that kind way they. But I mean, the safety is very, very, and that is one of the things them where me wa go salon, maybe wa been there August. And I sit down and I think, what if something happened? What if then they can't break into my house? Who will I call? Then get number where they say for call. I don't forget the number. But when you call the number, who that go answer the number? Try for call the number once and the phone ring. And who that go answer when you need help? Where you need somebody for can save you, where you need policeman, some go tell you say they don't get gas for calm. I don't know if it don't change now, but August what been there. Now that thing that they've been there in my mind, that is one of the things, because if you don't feel secure in a country, that's one of the things that I'm like, oh my God, these bad boys are out there. If they see you, they can't do this. Who that they can't save you, where the police them. Then they even talk, say, some people then believe, say the police then are Chief Monday. Some people, they respect the soldier. Sierra Leoneans, they where they on the ground, they respect soldier man, they afraid soldier man pass out and they afraid police. Because police, they don't get respect again. They look at them like they're all native man, now generalize and they generalize them, but most of the majority of the police, the people, and they look and say they don't get no power, they're not afraid of police. When they say police, they can, but if they say soldier man, they can, they threaten themselves, because soldier man, no, they rough and all that kinds of things. So it is very, very, scary for make an international American embassy give warning to people them. So, President Bio, we don't call on you. Okay, we have a phone call on the line. We got a caller. Hello, take this caller. Good evening, caller. What's your name, please? And who's how they call from?
Hello?
Yes, good evening, please. Can you turn your TV down small, please? And, okay. So what's your name, please? And who's how they call from?
Yeah, this is not John one more time, calling from Philadelphia. Before you close on that web topic, I just want to add to the last things from Mr. Kutubu touch on about the press and the government agencies them way for responsible for. Government agencies them to make them effective. Well, this time I take on that. For example, I want to begin with the police side. In a salon right now, I think every police station can get what they call FSU, Family Support Unit, or whatever. And I think this department or this unit inside the police are then responsible for rape. So I've been listening to one program on AYV, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and there is this gender expert. And if you follow them on Facebook, they call them Natsu Fofana. And I think she was a gender advisor to President Konwa at one point, whatever. But long story short, Natsu was saying on AYD that you say people are not going to believe the FSU department and most of these police stations, they're not even getting motorcar. Say if somebody can't call them, can't report a matter of rape or rape is about to happen. So those FSU department police then, they don't even get motorcar. It's a lot of times when people can't complain, and the people in there for pool money for charter motorcar or Okada, or perhaps put petrol for police motorcar for them go look what's happen. So I just want to make about that. That's I just want to touch on. Another thing I want to touch on is the issue of the press. The press in Salone, as far as I'm concerned, they are nothing. Put it like that. And thank God for social media, and thank God for guys like what they come up right now, and they fill this vacuum, because the press Salone is so divided, so politicized. The guys are not professional. The guys are brown envelope on journalists. I can go to that salon with simple watch. Now I go buy na junkyard now whatever you want to call it for like $8. I give one journalist, and then I say blackmail somebody, and they do them. Because they don't get nothing better to do. So these guys, Another thing where they restrict the serious journalists in a salon, they want to always serious people really, really do the work. Now this 1965 Public Order Act, it really restrained the journalists them. It makes their work so difficult. That is the few we want for work. Now there's a particular journalist in a salon where whether you like him or not like him, me sometimes I'm not like him, but I respect him for his honesty and position. Madam Blyden. Madam Blyden is a very serious journalist. Of course, she get her own personal issues. Like I said, I get so many things that I agree with them. The issue of the army, the issue of security, we talk about, what I don't catch through. You know, believe I just read one article like Kokoriko where there was one army officer who they call Mr. Samura. It complained about SALONE senior military officers and what they serve currently, how then they attack them simply because they criticize President Bio. So make a rephrase this again. There's a retired SALONE military officer who resides in the USA. He's retired since 2005, but he resides in the USA, and I think he's critical of what President Bio is doing. Could you believe that senior members who are serving currently in the SALONE Army, example, there's a guy called Colonel Joseph Kaimapo, attacked the retired officer simply for him condemning President Bio. So imagine if you have a security force we don't politicize, very politicized. You get senior military officers, they go on social media, they attack people who have questions or always concerned regarding what's going to happen in the country against the government. You know, there's trouble in this. There's a big problem. There's a big problem going on in Sierra Leone, and I'll tell you, there's a bubble. There's a bubble in Sierra Leone right now. It will burst any time if we will not take time. And another thing is for people like that, at least I don't give you the platform for low count what you get for say. But what's in the going on Sierra Leone right now? It's dangerous. If you get military officers coming out going on social media attacking, like for example, Silver Blyden, do you remember? I think a month ago, 2 months ago, when the SALONE Army released a press release, they condemned a whole media house. Can you imagine that? That is not the job of the army. That is not the job of the army at all. The army should be depoliticized. But what is going on right now in Sierra Leone? The army is politicized. Can you imagine if in the same army, other military officers stand up, say, let them defend the APC on social media? Will those armies have a job by now? They'll be in jail. You know that. So you see what is going on in Sierra Leone? Yeah. What is going on is dangerous. When they listen, the good people, when they talk, then better begin talk now, because this is not about good people. This is not final. People will not let me talk. Let them not give up for talk. President Bio make a listen to the people. What did they do? No fine. Be politicized the police. Be politicized the military. Not take this nonsense to them people. If you do that one day, it's dangerous. It's not good for we, and not about good people. Now me can I say on it for the night when I enjoy this show, and I enjoy this show. Good night.
Okay, John, thank you again for calling in. Like I say, this is not the voice of Sierra Leone. John don't sounding concerned. He's a Sierra Leonean. He get right for sounding concerned. This is how we feel, and this is how we see him. So I bring Kutubu in for can say this is not the voice of Sierra Leone. Everybody in voice matter. Everybody in opinion count. Respectfully, we go talk on the issues, and we try for find solution to the problem. So, Mr. Koroma, we'll bring you back in. And,
thank you. I want to pick up on the army. You know, sir, without trying to show up, I think I get considerable experience in having involvement with the armed forces, the army particularly. Yeah. Which I break them down for them. So we actually see Usai and the army actually get politically corroded. They take the army led by both Brigadier O and Brigadier Blackie. Brigadier Blackie now be the last GOC, where GOC means General Officer Commanding. 1985, that's what they call them. Under Brigadier Blackie, when we see the army was a first class, discipline. In fact, a lot of people you will be surprised for that. A lot of people say SALONE defeats Japan Japan doing that bomb award. I make we celebrate my own SALONE every January 24. We celebrate now. The defeat will be defeated Japan na World War II because of the support army. The army, who said the army begin go down again, and they explain this properly. Waiting Shaka Stevens to, he will begin bringing the army inside Shaka Stevens said, then the first commander, the Brigadier David John Amadou Bangura, and the then Commissioner of Police, Mr. Smith, Jenkins Smith. What he do? He team up, he bring the army inside, patrol with policemen then for the civilian, things like that. So obviously enough, people like Late Abu Noah, let God sorry for people like Abu Noah. They said, no, this it look a bit bad for bring the army inside operations, police operations. So there was this kind of a grumbling. In fact, people go, therefore understand that part of the problem will lead between Brigadier John Amadou Bangura and Shaka Stevens, that from yonder it begins start. When it begin, they get, the army and the police, and they begin very center. There was a time the team reached a point and they go lay a complaint to the Governor General, Sabanja Tiasi, because by then Sabanja as Governor General and be the Supreme Commander in Chief of the Armed Forces. So they go there, they go complain to him about this, that they if you say it's wrong for let the army be used, with the police and forget involved in the civilian raids and all that. That means we cut at that meeting there were S.I. Kogoma, Shaka Stevens, and Kamatelo the Minidi. If Sabanja let go, sorry, express concern that you don't know of that thing. So yeah, there was actually this resentment. Now from then 10 years, Brigadier Bangura get problem with Shaka Stevens, all because he begin with the army. So the army, the spirit, esprit the core, how they call it, the army, or the professionalism begin go down. When the army begin to join the police, then they begin to the word of the police. They come again this year, so now this quota business, where politicians say that then once you come on and secure there, you get quota, you enlist the army and all that thing. All that they have all the morale, the professionalism, and the efficiency of the army. Instead of you get professionally trained people, we lucky enough for seeing guys like Abu Noah. Then we see guys like Ambrose Patrick Dinda. We see people like John Amadou Bangura. Then even people like Dr. Spiller. These guys were first-class army officers and we get good training and they oversee them. But once the politician they come, they can not be anybody. You look somewhere they say that a lieutenant or a captain. You don't even want anything. So again, and they go back to this year, we got for depoliticize the army. The role of the army, and they repeat this, the job under the constitution now for be able for defend the territorial integrity of the country. This is where foreign affairs coming again. Foreign policy is actually evenly juxtaposed with security business. The national security and foreign policy, they go hand in gloves there. They go hand in gloves there. In most countries, what they do, they make sure that the army or they are not part of the politics. So look, we were God make we fortunate enough for they talk to social media. Now begin to create this awareness. So they tell the government say most of them tell when they go on the wrong. This wrong, as long as they tell they continue, it only go exacerbate the problem. Then we prevail on the government that let the army go back to it that they go under the constitution and let the police go back and be the friends of the citizens, the custodians of the citizens, that they will get for look up to, will get a problem that they for solve the problem. The police cannot be part of the problem in any shape or form. So now this is for hold tight, say we for building institutions there and making sure that everybody else return to what it is supposed to be. Army people there who are in for the watch with border information. Nobody not can police. We now make sure say nobody not work that be part of work airport because you know police. Then it don't very loud. Back to you, Mary.
That is the difference between the police and the army. The police, they for the citizens and the peacefulness of inside within citizens, and then the army is for the borders to protect and defend the country. But I mean, the role is just like how you say, politics. They inside everything, and the citizens they know they feel safe, especially with the police. I'm telling you, the police is just like a joke. The police then are just like a joke. Look at what happened between not too long ago on social media between the police and the army, when they say that a bunch of soldier man, they just got canned on them vehicle and say because then talk to them boss off. The policeman talk to them boss off, say, you know, for passing and I under you for pass. They just jump down then truck with lawlessness and just scam, begin pounce on the policeman them. You know, it was on social media a couple of months ago, last month or 2 months ago, and it goes so, you know, growing concern for the safety and everything, and they talk of the safety. That's why, you know, we are appealing again to the president or whoever again for sending spokesman, whoever again for come for address safety in Sierra Leone, because the first thing of Maslow's hierarchy of need, after you don't breathe, you want for belong, you want for be safe. You know, after the air that you breathe, safety, and you get forget shelter, belonging, and be loved and whatever. But safety is one of the most basic necessities of life. I get for feel safe. If I don't feel safe, I don't want to go to my country. Then they say people let for go na salon, but how you go na salon where you know they feel safe? And when you read a story, you ask the well, because you not able to go. You call 911, 911 not there for can't help you. You call policeman, you go lay complaint. They come down, they say that you get for give money for go. Poor man go lay complain, they not get money for go give bribe, they not get money for go give you for pay transport for go, for right for you pen where you get for right. Now I me get for buy paper, I me get for buy form, I me get for do all them things. And they so poor man, how we go to this police for go help him. The one we get him, he get him, but the one we not get him. For that mommy we not get him, that pa we not get him, that young girl we not get him, that young boy we not get him. You know, safety very, very important. So President Bio get for come out, he get for try for come out and speak on the safety, because America embassy, they don't put out a warning to the Sierra Leoneans for going there, and they get a small when people they idle, we're walking out there. The moment they become thief, man. You get a lot of homeless boys they out in the street from after the war. Then they out there, then they cause havoc. Some they're not over say they want thief. But when times are hard, then they do any kind of thing. Then they go join gang, then they go join clique, then they go join this, then they take drugs, then they go do some now big people, and then they thief for. They get big people there where they sponsor them, but where then they go thief. All that they get for looking to them, because safety very, very important. It's very, very important. It's very, very important, you know. So, you know, President Bio, please look into this. The voice, the people there, we get a phone call on the line. We get a caller on the line. Caller, good evening. What's your name, please? And who side they call from?
Concern to Leone again.
Yes, concern. What's again you get for ad for the talk today, sir?
I want to ask one question.
Yes, sir.
Is this the first time the American embassy have released short alerts since they don't establish Sierra Leone?
No, they're not.
The answer to me is no.
No.
Like now,
okay.
Well, this is the blessing of the social media. Now some of we don't begin see the alert here. Me don't see this alert from 2010, why they go marry the woman, why they left Naya. I've gone at the website and Google the same alert beyond the 2010. It happened every, mark me word, put on your data, every December to February. That alert they come up from the U.S. Embassy, because the statistics they show say now the time the armed robbery in Sierra Leone and across the country become so rampant, because these are the time when foreigners they come for can enjoy themselves. These are the time when foreigners they come with glasses, phones, watches, things away attracted to thiefman them. So to me, why don't they go on that American website from 2010 of the alert, even the time before the election and during the election? The alert went up to nearly red alert at the peak of the elections. How many of we know of that? Very few, maybe zero. So you see, the problem is that now, because of the social media, a lot of we don't begin to follow the trend for Google and research things then, which is very, very good. Oh, and yeah, this is a call to Sierra Leone say, we get for curb unemployment. We get for curb unemployment, and the strategy of any sober government now for look about how to create employment for Sierra Leoneans. I always say this. We lead them, make them stop for go na the West, na China for go big money, make them learn for big technological skills, make them go for go negotiate for how factories them go can at Sierra Leone and build things like cacao for produce coffee and chocolate, where they create employment and left skills to people left for the rest of their life. Make them go to China and look at factory where they produce lemon juice and pineapple juice, mango juice, orange juice for create factory where will become permanent and sustainable for create job for people and expand with agricultural productivity where they create more problems, people and for go into agriculture and reduce the idleness. All this problem of high rate of high armed robbery now because of unemployment. So the solution here is this alert already done. Government after government, year after year, mark me word, follow the trend. That alert always they come up from the U.S. Embassy. You can take a phone call and call U.S. Embassy and ask of their reports today. You go come back to me and tell me, say, they don't see why they follow their reports there. The problem is the problem here is the high level of unemployment in that country. All the problems now, the struggle in that country and the creator. People are into drugs, they are frustrated, they see no future, no hope. Once they make a country get hope, now we get manufacturing, now we get industries. Why make we now get hope? Today, if I left job while they do disability, I go reach other factory don't open, I go there employ, or other disability sector don't open, or hospital don't open, or another clinic don't open. So these are things that are ongoing in the first world country. But Africa, from the time where that mobile factory where they produce juice in Sierra Leone during the 80s, from where they died, who saw that mobile factory rev up and open again at Sierra Leone? Zero. How many of the people who they produce cacao and coffee get the taste of chocolate? So man, it coffee, it exporter chocolate and cacao. And no one they taste chocolate now in life, say it gonna increase. So these are the problem. For companies, the government therefore be change their strategy. How did they connect themselves into countries that we get technology? Make them drive technology inside the country. And with educational system also, how we will change them. Now, only way you get manufacturing, you be able to change your pattern of education towards skills. Somebody go down come as an engineer and from college. You know when they go make road. You know when they do anything about practicality, about the skills the way you don't go now. You not get a place to say you go study for go upgrade the skills so you don't go study in a college. Somebody don't come out as an agriculturist. Who say that the government farm when a very standard farm will get technology on research on other things apart from that recupero. So you see the problem.
Yeah.
The how many of them people in the way they don't graduate recupero able to accommodate for research methods them. So the problem here is Africa don't lack in technology. Now that's now the problem. Now you don't kill Africa. All the countries in this the way they don't come up from Singapore, not Japan. All the countries in there, they pick up very late. But when they go into industrialization, you see how they country they don't come up. But Africa, we saw they behind industrialization and technology so much that we don't know how to begin, we don't know how to begin. Because we don't become blind. We don't behind that so much that we're scared for car with the technology. Because they're too far.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Concern. Like you say, I will look that up on the American Embassy thing, and I will take you up on that. But I know 100%.
Yeah, look on the trend. You can call the American Embassy. I work with Peace Council at Sierra Leone, so I know where they talk.
Yeah, I know. I know where they talk. I know.
Okay. After next year December to February, the same alert they come up. Only thing and now people they go on the social media and research things there, which is good. Because a man in phone now for talk no more and WhatsApp, they need to do research. If you call the US Embassy, say, how many press release now don't alerts now don't release from Sierra Leone? Over 50. I will tell you this.
Well, yeah, they
get
in certain times, I believe say that they put alerts. When a country is not stable,
yeah, let's say Australia right now. If I want to travel to go America today, I go on American website. They tell me key states right now in America. What I'm going to say, the crime rate now is very high. Nowhere jewelry is way exposed. Nowhere expensive things. It happen all over the world. But for curb that and for reduce that rate, we government have to be sober-minded and look at how to create employment for youth them. Now only that will go away. But that girl will come year after year, December after December.
Another deny you say they know they put a lot, but me own opinion and the little bit where I think I know, but I'm not sure 100%. But I just try for say the alerts then they you know when something they happen, then they put alert. If other than that, they not just put alert.
When
then they tell
I read the alert. The alert here is purely based on armed robbery.
Yes.
They say the rate of armed robbery is going to increase.
Yes.
They say the rate of armed robbery is going to increase.
Yes.
They even the one they say don't wear attractive things like jewelry. They tell you that because they're not students here, even over Sinaya. If you go take gold chain the past and they draw your neck. That one they will even I access like the first one. If you wear gold chain, you pass that place away.
This is what we say. Yes. All alerts and messages, security message for U.S. citizens by Bure Beach, protect.
That is, yes, that is the American embassy knows the strategic position there. Outside harm robbery, rampant Sierra Leone.
Security alert, May 2018. Security alert message for U.S. citizens demonstration in Freetown. Security for U.S. citizen political rallies throughout Freetown. Security message for U.S. citizen flooding and landslide. And these are alerts where they don't put out where like things that they happen. Something they happen for let them want the citizens say where they go yonder now such and such.
Yeah.
So not to every time.
Always, even if
not to they go warn you of certainty, but they're not going to warn you of safety because this one specialized say if especially when they travel to the provinces, the one way come out this BNTM. Say especially when they because of the things that way they happen and then say no, so they therefore put that alert there and warn the citizens them say, well, now they go and we're not able to protect.
They're 100% right. So that warning of beyond Freetown has always been there. After darkness and net, I work with Peace Corps them. I work with Peace Corps them from the war, before the war, up to when the war we run away. I can't again it. I get friends of Peace Corps them. I interact with them. Okay. Most of the time, they're warning them. They say, they say we get for the indoors. I'm not get for coming to you by 7 o'clock because the provinces are be there. Now this time because I don't want this time we're not supposed to the net. If anything happen now, because not get a response team for go immediately in Kenem and McKinney, some for go rescue you. So most time they tell the people them at that night time indoors. When it happen again, so not get a response team immediately for go rescue you. But now Freetown they get that robust team who go to rescue you. Now that's like the alert. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your information. Thank you so much. Kutubu, make I bring you into this conversation. What you get for add to waiting concern number 1, don't talk of. Kutubu, will I bring you in, please? Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Just the quote with the talk again. The basis of the society, I don't disintegrate. We really forget the concerted effort for build back the society, brick by brick, brick by brick. Institutions have to be built. We go able for assist the governance process. The police again, like I say, get for return to being people the way they protect the citizens, then they protect them. We get also for ensure say we police get the necessary equipment for do their jobs. It don't make any sense when you get a police service, they don't get motoka, they don't get a radio system, communication system, they don't get anything there, they don't get this, they don't get that. Even uniforms. Sometimes when they see the uniform in Padigade, it really deplorable. It totally deplorable. And the uniform represents the country.
Yes.
The uniform. It get for them in order. They get for them more than enough uniforms. All that thing, because of the country that they represent. So, as we build the institution like that, we also get for we provide the mechanisms and the thing that will make the job become very easy. Which sense it make for most I go to police that police say, hey, go buy writing pad, can I go buy? No. When I go to police, if I make a statement, they get it in the already when they don't tell me I go buy writing pad or let I go bring pen. By now, if I don't get a kind of system, we'll get and computers are working because we need records.
No, that correct you, Kutubu. When they tell you say you get for pay for pen, that means say you get for use them pen when they write with you get for pay for that.
Fine, ma.
Yeah. So now why bring that money they want?
Of course, well, I understand. I mean, believe me, I know euphemism. I know, ma. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
But me on contention, my argument is that look, build back with society, brick by brick, build with institution, or else it's totally meaningless for talk about independence, political emancipation. If we cannot handle anything, it is not only this politics, just go let them vote for you. You go sit down and office, break all these kind of pious claims, platitude, and slogans. No, we got to move away from slogan. We need concerted actions in there. And for be honest with you, me personally, what I don't see about police, it's not anything where you write home about. Believe me. If anything, then I security risk to we the citizens. So the long and short of the argument, not big institutions. Back to you, Daddy.
Yeah, we have to, like I would say, we get for rebuild. I think we get a call on the line. If we get a call on the line, let's take the call out. We get for rebuild from the bottom up. We get for brick by brick, put them together, forget the moral fabric rights, Sierra Leone, all this corruption, all this institution inside politics. We country need for go before. So we they talk this new government, they say new direction. We they listen to them, we they watch them, we they look and we they talk. Like how they say, we know the way say the problem 5 years will begin to talk because then they blame say why they not been talk where President EBK been there and it's by Koma been there. Now when I want for talk, no, well that's and the social media not be one. Some people been they talk. But now everybody are aware and we a voice of Salone, they make can specially follow we talk on the issues, let we talk on the problem, let try for find solution. Good evening, caller. What's your name, please? And who's you call from?
Yeah, I mean concern Fargo, I know I'm for calling name again much, but I recall from Fargo, North Dakota.
Be concerned. What are you concerned, Sierra Leonean? What are you concerned? It's okay to have
concern this evening about the topic where when say the press release where they are making embassy people and poor concerning the security system about the citizen and a Salone. Yes. Me on take on this one is that I just want to react to the possibility be somebody we talk say somebody go na Salone we na be retired police Sujaman they go Salone then go attack and because he condemn President Bio. And again he say the media not they play any great role in a Salone. I also want to debunk that. Me on take on all these things is that we remember say Salone don't get democracy. And we don't get a lot of reforms then. In the first place after the war, where we don't get peace, we get the British people and we come for can train with police and the military. So before that time, the police then they act like professionals, where that with man be there, And again we get the military IMAT, where they come, then they help we soldier man them for train them. But me, I still believe say for the military, we get one of the best military in West Africa. Because I follow up all the time where I'm not able to know what are the activities then, but they see for say right now we military they train them into standard and not sound like try where then they just go somebody come on, even go school self, you can't inside the military, not sound like that now. It's totally different. And when it comes into the involvement of the military into the politics, that one day also the military they involved. I'm not saying get some 2 or 1 flaws the way we say there are some certain people the way one for carry it, one for show say yes, I belong na so party. But even at that, the hierarchy of the military, then they afraid for show them out. Like for instance, after the election, we began a rumor for say certain military officers then. Now that was just a rumor. They said they want to go overthrow or go do something to the president. Okay. After that rumor, there was then do a thorough investigation. They find out that these people were not involved. And we don't hear any somebody that say they put in a jail or they do it somebody or they go beat somebody. No. I want to also let it concern call away call. Let you know say during from 2007 election, say come to 2012 election, we don't get a lot of political attack on one political presidential candidate to another. For instance, the attack President Bio 2007 at Tinabo. The APC presidential guard them. One of them beats presidential Mother Bio in guard them. Nothing come out of it. Again, the old Mohamed Kamarimba, they nearly beat him. Now the south, somewhere again they arrest him. Nothing come out of it. So, but what we are try for preaching here. Let we try to get a political tolerance. Let we try for patience with set. And let we country, let how you just let you say. Not say because APC don't come on a power today. You just don't icon in America, you begin to talk say now this, now that, now this, now that. Look, you go begin to say and Silver Blyden, now one of the best journalists. Silver Blyden where they report that they on one side. I'm not saying I'm a very good reporter, but he always reported on one side. And also the catch and corruption. Now that even make them second. So for such people, their reputation is already dead. You don't even need for the bring us an example. We get good journalists like Kumo Fofana and other one they will know. We get media station that look like this station. We get very good people the way they do. Now that makes me the follow up. If not so, I just say something not so behind the other waiting and collect. We know the now that make we follow up because we know say we get reputable people then. So and also I want for give me on understanding about what to make the British and the American embassy then pull it here. One problem is that the unemployment rate is very high. The Queda caller say the government need for create job wait for create job, they for create job and facilities for people then. Try for focus on the agriculture. Try for let the agriculture become attractive. Let them focus on the education. Again, all that thing and that is very important. But again, I want to know say Freetown, now we get one of the most unplanned cities. The Freetown city is unplanned. Like for example, Usai even the American embassy there under. Now just that side, within that side, no more. Now they go they take camp for they collect. All the other places were under in the past, then they are not planned. People are just go and build everywhere. So again, if we blame the police, somebody like for example, somebody they done the hole, or they behind the static, now they all the wall man they go and build, police go attack you. How long police motorcar go work go up yonder? No, not to say the police and not the patrol. Everybody Sierra Leone the law again is another thing. People are not they abide to the law. Even if they send somebody say no go bill yonder, somebody they go bill it. If they go no mind, they go bribe. For them no more let get a place say. Let get a place let bill it. So and all that thing and the way they grow, where them places and they new places and they go, it cause security not a day. Sometimes I don't want security go there IMAT. A day IMAT, a day by Phobe College yonder, you go down so all that thing and we get different type of security. Even when the city dirty, it cause frauding. That is also a part of security because if you like the way they talk about safety, if you like not safe, you're not able to live as much a man. So also they part of it. Then they try to say there was waiting and they say a strike of doctors and that all that thing and then I developing countries and I've seen the way they come up and I've seen the way they address gradually. I know they try for come back the government, but what thing they try for say let we just the patients to we self. Now we try for accept, we accept it and try for no say if government. I know they say the government 100% they do well, but now we know they try for and pick. We begin a pick say now this look they go older man they go this and they go do this and go do that. Even the press is so a pool. I don't lay hands on her head, but I don't know, but like we not read her head. So I don't know if you don't read her whatever, but I just follow up lately. But then they will not read her head. And we don't know waiting at the causes the way they say they advise the citizens and stuff. And after that call I say naturally. We don't get pop up, you know. Naturally we don't get cow up when they advise the citizens. So so far, as I say, Freetown, I mean, it's unplanned. And also the police then, like Mr. Kutubi, they say the police then, they are not well equipped. They're not equipped at all. Even a lot of things and they logistically where they lack. For example, the police they not get lots of patrol motorcar where they patrol up and down. They not get some. You see, you don't go watch a police post and go put and they even lights on the day. Lights on the day. They not get good communication, things the way they're able for communicate with. Also, when they talk about politicization, yeah, that is correct. The institutions are being politicized, not to today. This thing actually, as that weight man, that British weight man left, 9 problems kind side. As he left, 9 problems kind side. But for the military on side, I don't know, but they deny. If you say for the police, yes. But for say the military, you even say today, military don't kill somebody or military, they don't go fetch it's not easy for say them go no more. Oh yeah, it's difficult right now for say the government go able for build more barracks for them, do all that thing and they, but I mean the government actually say the more we they talk, now the more we they put fire for them for let them do more. Government need for do more, you know. But at the police again, another problem is in the police, most of them are uneducated. Most of them cannot read and write. Most of them also, some of them, not all, some of them are drug addicts. Then they evolve. It's like how they call it, like a chain work. Where they get them about the way they censor, where they go, then they go cause havoc. You know. But I mean, I don't think say they within even the high hierarchy of the police. But the main problem they between the low ranking level up to midway. And then one and then I the problem they inside the police. But for saying out from there, inspector them, then say go to the top hierarchy. No, they no more for say then one and then they involved. But most of them OSP the way they just take now they're quick for fire. Look for example before the president Madam the way he just swing. That guy where they go kill. If you check sometimes the minister be there, you not even hear the order. When the guy they pass, I shoot and back. You see, then when I go to that guy out and my 91. You know, they're very quick for shoots. So they need for train them. They need for train them about patience and stuff, you know, for let you able for control yourself. You see? So now this is not the problem. But again, the program very good at the follow up. So now that's not my contribution for this net.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Concern. Now you voice. This is not the voice of Salone. All man you voice, we they take and serious. Everybody in voice matter and voice of Salone. Kutubu, make I bring you into the conversation, make you if you get anything for add to it in this concern Sierra Leone and talk of the police. But one thing I get for add, one come where you say you talk on the way where the police then they dress, the uniform represent them. When I've been small, when I remember Sierra Leone police, then starch their uniform, then boots, then they shine, then take pride in their uniform, wearing the uniform. You know, we get for, like I say, we get for bring them team, then they come back. Because, you know, all the, I mean, let me bring you into this conversation. What you get for, say, from waiting the concern caller or any other caller we don't talk of, and what you get for add to them. Because I know, say, you big on the law, making the law work, making the police do their work, and equipping the police then for do their work, and what you get for add more part, waiting this caller say.
I don't know if you want to come in now.
Yes, come
because,
in. Yeah.
Good, thanks. As we talk about the issue, there are also see if we can digress a little bit, because we also the future corruption inside and accountability. transparency.
Right.
I mean, all this for form part of the discussions there. And also you are aware of it. So that's what you call um, finance, something where we get for do with finance in the context of politics. You know, in this country again, like I say, me listeners and go, let God let it sorry for me, and let they always, give me a pass. After every election, people they suppose they're supposed for account, for the money set, political parties or individuals for account. We don't hold election as SALONE 2018. Say today, none of them participate except PP, APC, PMDC, C4C, NGC. Not a day, any of them people they know, we don't read from the PPRC, say them people they don't come with the books there and they finance that this they can report, now this they be taken, now this they spend it. They're all in a part of the corruption. But remember, because these monies were picked from people, hard-working people, a good number of the monies where they picked up from overseas. So I think say it be hope on them people and a moral imperative on them for letting accounts to the citizens through the PPRC. They forget their books them ready. Now they call freedom of information. And we need that thing also. Now one way this will affect corruption. No, wait till the people like me, how they spend it also. This is what we go to the United States now. Like I already tell people them, and I will never stop telling people them, when you did any environment, and the environment and the code in the United States environment, we are I appeal to any side, we all be home for we for now go make we country back. When they do this, we'll see the good things there, where they help. No, we tell us that it will be 200 years first before begin to look for good things there. We'll see the good things there, we'll extrapolate the good things there as well. So me believe that all the political parties, all the citizens explanation them about money where they pick and how they spend it, and the political registration commission or committee get for step up to their job. They get for really step up. Demand, making it a demand, because this is what it requires. We need for know now freedom of information, and this is not the only way this will affect corruption. We don't want anything under the carpet. No, because these guys, all of them party have to tell you with any degree of certainty. I know anybody will talk. So you know what? This party may explain to the citizens during the electioneering campaign, and there's so much money that they pick. That's what they spend. And we don't have for any of the parties there. And they all with that moral obligation. I don't know if we're able to talk about this one.
Okay, let's go on a quick commercial break. Now we'll come back to that campaign law. Do they have like any law about the campaign?
Good.
Spend money, how all that in a part of corruption. But let's take a quick commercial break because then people they don't pay for let they sell them products. So then we go on a quick commercial break. Then we'll come back and then we go continue and then we go round up and go sleep for tonight, and tomorrow we'll come back again. So let we go to commercial break, please.
Wow. What are you looking at?
You are so gorgeous. Your skin, so lovely. Clean, sunny, and natural.
Do you stress out about your skin? Do you freak out when you break out? Well, help is on the way. Try Shaw's Creations organic body products. Are you ready to have clear, gorgeous, healthy skin and feel more confident about your looks? We'll try Shaw's Creations organic body products. My skin looks fresh, healthy, and natural thanks to Shaw's Creations organic body products.
You look great.
I look healthy. Shaw's Creations organic body products.
Thank you so much. And when I don't see again Shaw's Creation, get fine products and for the body, and una call the number on the screen, una support una local business, because I always say to whom you give your money is to who you give your power. So now we support with sister, we mama, they selling products them. Now we support because we're gentry in a salon, they go up for better. So we get a caller on the line. Thank you for holding caller. I think this is going to be our last call for tonight. Then we're going to round up and the conversation will continue again. The voice of Salone, una call, una left una message, una call tomorrow, and the show will continue with something else. Okay, good evening, caller. What's your name, please, and who side they call from?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel. Emmanuel Kamara, I call from New Jersey.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Kamara. Waiting on you, Rob Motpa, all what we don't talk about today.
Yeah, I mean, you're about now. Just like waiting, I mean, other brothers just here, I've been listening to. I agree on a lot of things that we say. Then the other thing is that the country, it look like some people, not like majority now. Like 90% not like the country, 10% I like the country, because the Saloma would let you say, you get for love the country, whatever will come for. Because at the end of the day, even this Europe, America, Canada, they love their country, no matter what. They always put politics aside, put their country first. Because Saloma, it look like, say, they take politics past their own country, Saloma. They does that, they do this, they do that, they do a lot of things, lawlessness. This person, they say, you know that and me, all that kind of threat. There's no lot of order. Even the people that really expect them for enforce the law, the parliamentarians, where they for pass the law and tell the police they do this, then they violate the law pass the civilian. Because if the civilian see the parliamentarian, they follow the law. So you never follow the law.
Yeah.
Because the parliamentarian, you go be the role model like America, yeah, where they say Senate or Congress. Yeah, role model. So you look up to her. If that man violate law, they deal with her. Well, these are people where they violate the law, no, they know they deal with them. So people that they see for say, that man a parliamentarian, or that man a so section something. He don't do this, he don't do that, they don't do nothing. So maybe I can go do. That's why the country they go bien. Any side lawlessness, the country they go before, which is they have to be the role model for that country, but they always are mess. Even this strike right now, they say strike, they go on teachers and whatever is it. They ask, then now they start how now they go say when I want how many $1 million? What did they do for the country? They don't have nothing to do. They're just there with empty mouth, just want to eat. Suffer the people there. Do something for the people there. You get benefit there. The people that will say, okay, these people there, you do something better. Don't give them more salary. The people who have to deserve the salary, the police, the soldier, the teacher, the doctor, the nurses. These are the people who deserve salary more than even the parliamentarian right now in this situation, Salone. Because even them for being who said they, a teacher, I teach them. A police, every day whether they sleep, a police they work among the security, soldier. Now they look after them. Whether they're sick now, doctor and nurse, now they take care of them. So why they want to corrupt the whole country? They don't want to destroy the whole country. They don't want to let lawlessness know in the country. These are the people that I'm not giving no respect to none of them, because I hope I will go Salone one day. Let one thing up before me. I will tell you, you have to go check yourself before you come to now before me and talk to me. Because if you say you are a parliamentarian, you ask me for how many $1 million, the country is inside this economic crisis. What do you think about the teacher? What do you think about the soldier? What do you think about the security? It's just a messed up.
Yeah.
They are messed up. Yeah, they messed up the country. Yeah. This country, America, they love this. They put these politicians, they wake up at the country, they come first. Canada, wake up at Canada is first. France, all over the world, wake up at the country, they put their country before they put politics aside. But these people are not, they are really pissed off. Anytime I see them at TV, they fight themselves. They don't even know how to even communicate. They don't even know how to interact, how to pass word between each and other. They're always fighting. This they point out this like class 1 picking them. I say, look at these people. You say you are parliamentarian. He points out for this, he points out for that. It's just shameful. So this all way they go on other country, these are the things. If this matter comes, say let them watch and let them put things together and move on forward, the country forward. Corruption is number one. And then they say police so this way. I don't they Twitter a lot of time ago. I don't see police that they take bribes. I don't they Twitter. I don't ever see soldier man take bribes. I don't ever see. But I don't see police, traffic police that they pull motor over and they make that part of the road they make traffic they block. Because if they see charcoal motor, they can't put that. One person may go there one way, they all they come on. That time now the road they block by that Cambo street for Cap and road is really congested. So it is blocked. I don't see it so many times. You look at this. End of the day, that's why I said the parliamentarians they cause that. If the government don't come, the government need to pay those people, teachers, doctors, nurses, and the police and the military, because now they hold the country first. They can't pass security and military and police. They can't pass sickness, teacher and they for they teach and educate the people. But if now they grab go collect so money when I say one WhatsApp, when they do nothing for the country, there's no improvement. How many years from when I near open? Only Pakaba is see they bring nurses, which is the benefit to a lot of people. It benefits Sierra Leone and they bring a lot of things. But since that time, there's nothing. Everything they care about, they are so selfishness. That greediness with a lot of salon, majority, 90% of them, when they take this politics greediness part, and they make the country may go before. Because anything about themselves, their family, they don't think about the poor man where they suffer in that village and bring something better way to benefit the people. Then they do it. That's the thing that pisses me off so much. You they go elect you for Bombali this year or whatever as a councillor. You know that they freedom. They're going to elect you and you know that they freedom. How you they know how the people that suffer at that place, they wait till the people they need. How you go know?
Yeah.
When they go dash money to the people that I'm not gonna blame the people that too much. But we will then diaspora for let educate to people and other village that will come up. Say these people are passing not in this village, don't vote for one. Post waiting at this village, and they vote. If you meet in the whatever parliament, you get for drive camp. Like America they do. Then you just got different senators or congress there. When they get meeting at Washington DC, all they take flight go there. Then in consequence they don't wait in people they need. They have the people there. When you let off it, you say they represent so turn up put local, so turn the district, so turn. You know what the people that they go through? When they give money, they go, you just go flash more, the parliamentarian. All that is corruptive practices that they the country, they go behind every day. As it so feel like why they go look the ferry junction. The same ferry junction. There is no differentiation. The same places. You can see, I can wonder, say, how long this country get for? Take time for go before. Because it's shameful. Yeah. It's really shameful. When America, if you start, American might be asking, where are you from? Actually, I say Leone. Oh, the diamond. What's going on, you guys over there? Actually, shameful for even answer. Because politicians, they take everything they eat out to themselves. The country is so small. So small. Salon not big. Salon so small. Which is all the riches, everything we get out will be you. But the parliamentarians, they want that everything is corrupted. If they lay law say this like this, anybody will matter, they for deal with that. But then they break the law. Okay. They are the one that break the law. So the people cannot follow. Sometimes I know they blame the police then. Even the police that pass, they need for do the law, they need to go to the Supreme Judge or whatever court. They are corrupted people. Because if you know that you put you as a judge for represent the people, anybody who breaks the law, deal with that. But when they go to give them an envelope, brown envelope, this and that, they might practice everything. End of the day, they go case Poma local and jail. Politicians, they go to how many billions of dollars, they may do nothing. They walk away free. That poor man, they will go, if not food, the chief, and street, they beat and say, policeman, they can't take a go local and Panama.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know say na frustration for we all. This na voice of Salone. You don't voice you opinion. There are many more days you go come in and talk and sound off, and we go give you the time. But Tem don't grip we right now, and we want to make you the last caller. So just round up your last thought now. Make we say goodbye to we people and lagi kutubu chance for talk small. So just round up
Okay.
one, yeah.
So I
just
don't
round
want to appeal to the people that are out here, diaspora. Please let us go and educate our people. Let's talk to them. This is brother they are whether they fit or whether they say they born give this fit. Let them not vote for it. Let them look for somebody where they sleep with them. Where if it's somebody sick now that district day, the person they they do not. Let them know let give a specialization. But we were in our diaspora, but who man they don't turn to politics and they but talk all kind of thing, they talk all kind of thing. It's really shameful. They see democracy they go on now. Please, let's go that mentality. Let's give up Salone. If we go see Ghana is develop. Ghana where they go Salone, they go bake na Salone. Look right now, Ghana develop past Salone. Please, let's think about the country first. Put Salone before. Then let's use bad. Policies don't done. Let's come together. End of the day, Salone better now, all better. Not to one man better. Not to Maradio better. Now Salone better. Let's put Salone to the map. Please, let's come together. That country now we own.
All right.
Salone we own land. Whatever happened, therefore one day you all now this country. You want to go back to your country, your own country. Folks, I know the year they go let you go anytime. But Salone nobody never drive you there. Now they born, now they get for. Now they one day nobody never pull you. So please,
all right,
come together.
thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. God bless you. You don't sound off. This is not the voice of Salone. Everybody, this is not a platform where you sound off and talk your view, talk your opinion. How you can see her, not so other person go see him, but you get right for talk what you talk. So good night. Thank you so much, my brother. That bring Mr. Kutubu and let himself just get a few minutes for talk on the issue where they want discuss and where one left with tuna, the what way go on for left with tuna, and tomorrow again una come back na voice of Salone, una put una follow button. So anytime where voice of Salone they on with any show, it go give una the alert say voice of Salone they on, so una come back and watch we. So like give to me brother Kutubu, we professor, let give himself your take and give una a last word for tonight.
The last speaker said up to Salone before, and I VS what they do.
Yes.
Let we educate to your brother and sister, they know open their eyes. 9 VS what they do.
Yes.
With the access body for can't join now we own contribution list. The only way Salone get for go before we all get, first we create an awareness, and then we all resolve see one way or the other. We want to see ourselves as a society, way not to an animal farm mentality. Not to a free for all mentality. Now, a society where they function because they get systems that in place, structures. You get things that we're supposed to do and things that we're not supposed to do. And when you do things that we're not supposed to do, there are unintended consequences. Once we all accept and repeat this, America great not to money, not to technology, not to anything. America great because they decide say, everybody will go under the law. Everybody will go under the law. So that once we all go under the law, everybody go know it's supposed to do. But once you get one segment will be under the law, then one segment they above, believe me, and this will go. I don't care who that we elect. We can elect John Kennedy for go rule Salone. But John Kennedy decides say, go submit to the dictates of the rule of law, we just waste time. Again, I want to tell them also thank you. And we listeners, and when they can get, I want to thank you, and they will appreciate you now. You guys have been very well. I mean, you divergent viewpoints, all they can't express there. This other part of the democracy, they talk about participating democracy. We all don't go see from one point of view. And I want to all get in common for see a better Salone who all will be proud of. Again, that time, the host, Farima, I just a guest of her today. I just stand for piggyback you. She was young. Her performance was consistently good to excellent. That I must tell anybody. And God make it continue this kind of work. Of course, the CEO, a very patient man. The man, is patient beyond description. tell her thank you, and we get our managers also. So until we come back again, this time Kuchuku Kuruma, they wish everybody a very pleasant good night.
Well, thank you so much, me professor. We professor on our VOS. We honorary professor on our VOS because this is a walking encyclopedia. It gets a lot of knowledge. And not perfect. It can make it small glitch them, but most of the thing the way they say, it very helpful for the development of SALONE. But so we don't come to the end of another social media review, and we tell una all thank you for all una watch. And the topic then today we'll talk off with the question where we ask una say, in a weak economy, if it good for do bring international people them for can kick off a campaign. We know they talk say na VOS say then campaign they not important because me na one of the people that were big on keep your hands off with girls. We na person way big on that molestation, that abuse, that sexual abuse, because I can identify to that problem there. But we ask the viewer then, some people say now waste money, some people, like I say, some people say it good for the government. But what me they ask Papa government is, when you do them thing here, because of the way where the economy day, because of the way where the people then they suffer, because of the way for the poor man we not understand, where statistics does show say majority of the people then are illiterate in the country. Una for able for come say this is the money we'll spend. Una talk of transparency and accountability. Then for able go for let able pull na a website, or you get a spokesman where go come out say no for put all this propaganda to rest on almost money una spend a waste of money. We can come back and say, now this money I then spend, or is it worth it? It worth the cause, because certain thing the way do, because you cannot say a waste of money where you don't know the value of the money spent. So we tell Papa government, with a beg, we don't say transparency, then we look into that here that they consider the one that where they go na advice, or where they advise the presidents them, let God go na the wisdom, because the people are important. We are Sierra Leoneans, we are citizens, and anything where the government they do, they affect the people. Anything that starts uphill is gonna roll downhill. So the people then they cry, the people then they talk, then they discuss on social media. That's why they bring them every week to una. Another thing we'll talk on today is the safety of Sierra Leone. Mr. President, my appeal and plea to you and VOS, many people they don't come on VOS, we don't talk and say, do you try for address this safety issue? Yes, we not say every side go safe, but if you come out and talk, they will take this business here serious, because one big thing is security, and any side where person not feel secure, where you life threatening, where you mind threatening, or where anything by you where they function threatening, they feel comfortable. So with the appeal to una for una come out, let una talk on this safety, give a speech, give something, give a message, tell them people, put a press conference, because we want for go salon. People then they go for go enjoy in a salon. People then they go for go big biba, because when they go there, the economy they grow, because business then they we they buy things them all go, we they make either they give in company money, they get spending power. So then they all they boost the economy, and they can foreign exchange go to the country. So till next time, they can't on a back next Sunday, they can on waiting hot on social media. And Fadima they say thank you for listening. I love you all. Good night. God bless Sierra Leone. God bless our president and our leaders. And me, I pray this net. Anybody will not come for see Salone better, where they inside the God go pull and commanded by God in power. And the people go pull and they when the election time comes. So una do what you are supposed to do. Let Salone go before. Una don't hear the cry of the people, the voice of the people. So till next time, I love you all, and remember, God is love. If you afraid God, you go love you company. If you afraid God, you go afraid for do bad thing. If you afraid God, if you get love inside your heart, you go remember say them people here, then put me inside for like I'm better. Then say till next time, land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Oh, hallelujah. We tell God thank you for Salone. So good night and thank you all. Till next time, it's me, Fadima, saying bye-bye.
Wow.
What are you looking at?
You are so gorgeous. Your skin, so lovely. Clean, sunny, and natural.
Do you stress out about your skin? Do you freak out when you break out? Well, help is on the way. Try Shaw's Creations organic body products. Are you ready to have clear, gorgeous, healthy skin and feel more confident about your looks? We'll try Shaw's Creations organic body products. My skin looks fresh, healthy, and natural thanks to Shaw's Creations organic body products.
You look great.
I look healthy.
Shaw's Creations organic body product.
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you pick up the phone. And I had control in the driver's seat, but my hands are slipping off the wheel. Now the tables have turned, now I'm up all night. I'm picturing you acting like a fool.
My skin looks fresh, healthy, and natural thanks to Shaw's Creations organic body products.
For hands and feet corrections, try Shaw's Creations. For skin protection, try Shaw's Creations. For blemishes, scars, burns, and blisters, try Shaw's Creations. For skin rashes like acne, psoriasis, eczema, try Shaw's Creations. Because at Shaw's Creations, we guarantee results within 6 weeks or your money back.
Are you ready to have clear, gorgeous, healthy skin and feel more confident about your looks? Try Shaw's Creations organic body products.
Shaw's Creations give you that smooth, glowing, healthy looking skin. Try it today. Shaw's Creations.
My skin looks fresh, healthy, and natural thanks to Shaw's Creations organic body products.
For hands and feet corrections, try Shaw's Creations. For skin protection, try Shaw's Creations. For blemishes, scars, burns, and blisters, try Shaw's Creations. For skin rashes like acne, psoriasis, eczema, try Shaw's Creations. Because at Shaw's Creations, we guarantee results within 6 weeks or your money back.
Are you ready to have clear, gorgeous, healthy skin and feel more confident about your looks? Try Shaw's Creations organic body products.
Shaw's Creations give you that smooth, glowing, healthy looking skin. Try it today. Shaw's Creations.